Yeah, basically, Jay, the last thing that happened was you guys like walked into a den of thieves, raped face, got one guy alive, strapped to a cart, and stole their money to then I guess bring it back if you move in. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I would like to go buy some fresh equipment with our new
Critical crackle.
stash. Yeah.
Oh, don't you have to like figure out exactly what was there?
Last thing someone said that I remember was you guys were leaving, and somebody wanted to go back to Emmy's place because it was close.
Yeah, that was me. I wanted to
Okay.
go back
yeah.
there.
All right.
And I
makes sense to
believe
me.
that Kevin agreed.
I'm recording, and yeah, you guys want to do that?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Well, what's everybody else doing in the meantime? Are you bringing the
well,
cart
how long
with?
is it gonna take? I don't remember.
I mean, she's the
to get
closest
there?
building from. It's
Yeah, I mean, these are my shackles he's attached to.
still like a
so
10-minute walk.
I'm going with my shackles.
At least a 10-minute, 10, 15. It's gonna be rough though with the cart getting through like that rough foliage. And
Does
you
Jay know that Paul is a crab that we can't understand?
He does now if he didn't.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is also the part where I don't tell you guys anything. But yeah, so are you moving the cart? Are you like what do you?
Well, Galen was pulling the rickshaw as a horse.
Yeah, but like, where are you bringing it, or if you're even bringing it?
Back to I don't remember her name.
Okay, so you're
Actually,
taking.
Wait, if we're gonna.
Yeah, if you're gonna like move in,
Mm,
because it's just to walk outside and crickle crackle, and you're just like you as well are like, hey, we should move in.
now I'm in a predicament. We gotta have someone's. Well, we gotta hide this, right? Then we gotta hide the moolah back in the secret compartment room.
So now you're basically. Oh.
Hey.
Oh, I'm zoomed out like a lot. Hold on.
I like being zoomed out because I hate doing the fucking drag screen
Stop
thing.
moving the horse. Galen, is that you? Fucking stop moving the horse. I mean, I guess it's you, so you can technically move the horse. Fuck.
I apologize for my free spirit.
But you guys are just like sitting outside, basically, just like, whoa, stop! What are we doing?
Well, crickle crackle.
Well, you got okay. So you've cart outside with money on the guy handcuffed and just stuck on the back of the cart, and then you have 5 dead bodies inside, and a cat nearby.
Is there any way to like hide the treasure, Robert?
Like, what do you mean?
Like, can I prestidigitize like a fake like a rock?
No. And unless you have like, there's no way you can permanently do it, regardless, especially at your level, or maybe just at your level. But like, they hid it behind a rock, and you found it. Unless he showed it to you. I think he showed it to you, but.
Yeah, maybe we should just put it back.
You could just,
behind the rock.
divvy it up or do whatever, but you don't know
Well, we don't-
exactly
you don't-
what's in the treasure either. So.
Yeah, so let's go to where we were planning on going and see if she can help us out.
Crickle crackles.
And
I
then
would
spend money on a something that allows me to communicate telepathically.
Crickle crackle. Just point your like a crab man equivalent of finger like vaguely back where you came from.
Yeah, I like it. All right, we'll do that.
Player knowledge, character
We
knowledge.
grab someone's clothes, and be like pointing at them, like, "Look, this isn't enough. We need more of this stuff."
Boy, you gotta stop saying what you mean and then just assuming that it translates to your actions.
Oh, I like it.
You gotta do the actions and hope they understand what you mean, and then get frustrated because you, as a person, know what you're trying to say, but you can't say it because you're a crab. But you just like, it's like you grab their clothes, just like, and then like grab money, you just like sprinkle it down into the thing.
Yeah.
So what does everybody do?
We're going
Ultimately,
back.
it comes down to not crab man. So what are you doing with the cart? What are you doing with the horse? Like what's?
Well, the horse is Galen.
Okay,
So I
well
guess
then what are you doing
people-
with man who's still alive?
Oh, that guy?
We're gonna keep him captive.
Yeah, but like you're just dragging him along for the fucking ride.
Is he on the cart
I mean, yeah.
and shackled?
He's only shackled like by the hands though, so he gets to like run if you like don't pay attention.
All right. Well, let's have somebody cover him while he's riding on the cart. I say to my group.
Awkward silence.
I
Nay.
wasn't listening. Yeah, we'll
Okay,
we'll
not
walk.
somebody. Kevin, cover him while he's on the cart.
Yeah, I got him. I got my face. I got my hand on his face.
All right, good.
And you just
Just in
like
case. Yeah, I'll just keep doing that. Just keep throwing my hand on his face.
okay, so is everybody going with Jay? You have a say in this now since you're playing Donny.
I have no idea what's going on right now.
Emmy is the local alchemist, basically.
She's
And
up there.
she knew you from before you lost your memories, like before, you know, whatever happened. And she's a, not an elemental, but technically she's got like fire elemental blood kind of thing going on. But that's not really relevant, it's just kind of like what she is, not who she is. But yeah, so she's an ally, a friend from like before times. Basically one of like 3, if you count like Harold and Docs.
Duncan.
I mean,
Oh wait, we didn't meet Duncan yet.
you
did we?
met Duncan. I mean, I
I
wouldn't
did.
call you friends.
No, he doesn't really like me. But he's pissed off because I needed arrows.
I mean, you're a bit of a dick to everybody, but that's, you know. Alright,
That's
so,
just my character.
so you guys going to, Emmys, that's guaranteed. Alright, so you're off. Again, but are you bringing the cart? You're bringing the guy?
Yes.
Okay. Alright. You know, fast forward 15 minutes of walking, you know, backtrack your way. You have to sort of go to the manor again just to get back to the, you know, like the road. But you do that and sort of go around the manor now with the cart. Or you could even just go through, like if you want to, like, Galen, your choice. You want to just, like, clop your way through the manor with the cart as a horse.
Claw my way in.
Alright, just through both double doors, just like...
Nay.
Yeah. Like his voice would just say it like nay. You know, and then the remaining like couple minutes away, like less than 5 just to get there.
Are we there?
Yeah.
She's still there.
Emmy!
She lives and works there.
Emmy!
Yeah, you're back.
Emmy, we found a guy. Do you have like a potion, like a
What?
truth potion or something? Do you have a truth potion so that we can like force him to tell us the truth and interrogate him and shit?
I mean, I was working on that other thing you wanted, but I mean,
What other thing?
the memory potion or what,
Oh yeah. Could you do both?
I mean, I could look into it, but it's a matter of
Crab
resources
his head to his would-be a temple.
and no head. I mean, I still don't understand you. And she like grabs you by like whatever your face is.
I guess the memory thing is more important.
I mean, I
But,
could work
like-
on that, but either way, I still have to, I haven't even head to the library yet, and that's still the books I have are not quite, relevant. So
Can we help you? You got.
if
Yeah, you got
no
the
offense,
money?
but if you don't mind, I'm gonna take care of that on my own. But I promise
Okay.
I will continue to do so. It's not like I don't get much in the way of everyday work, but from the townsfolk.
Okay. All right.
Can I want to show her the chest of money.
You do, and she, like looks down, looks at you, looks back at the man that you have just like handcuffed, and he just looks at her too.
And I like point at each of the individual things, and then I go, and then I like hold up both my claws, going, huh?
I mean, and she like looks over at the potions that you have there. I mean, these are could be useful. I mean, good for you at least. This looks like a potion of healing. She like swashes around one that's like a purpley reddish violet, kind of vague color, and then another one just looks like. She looks at it for a while. This looks. I mean, there's no label. She turns her. I can spend some time with it if you want, but just looking it over, I don't know what it is.
Can I draw a currency symbol and then do an underline next to that, and then draw an arrow going to the chest?
On what? Are you grabbing your table again?
Are we outside at this
Yeah,
point?
you're like on her porch.
Okay, I'll put the chest on the ground, and draw an arrow in the dirt. Right, and do all the symboling in the dirt.
Are you asking me how much is in there?
And then I nod.
It's a lot of coin. I mean, I'd say at least, a couple hundred golds, maybe. Maybe that worth in, like, silver and copper, double, but you have to go through and count it, and that seems like an ordeal in and of its own. I don't want to know the details of what happened, but if you leave this one potion with me, I can kind of figure it out, maybe, in the meantime, what it is, and get it back to you.
I nod, and I let her take it.
Alright, so you hand her that one miscellaneous potion that is not, presumably, a potion of healing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What do you guys do?
I'm waiting for the other guys to do something.
Yeah, she
'cause
just
I
sort of
have, like,
stands
a
around,
plan.
just like, like, can I
Want
go?
my
Can I not
stuff
go?
back. They told us that he has our stuff, right?
What you were
This
told
guy.
from these guys was that they were hired to get your things, and they gave it to a guy.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
don't know
we
who
gotta
it is.
find that guy.
Did they tell us who they gave it to?
They gave it to a shady man, like, cloak and dagger kind of thing. Not dagger, but just, like, bundled up cloak. Kind of the guy that would, like, kick a door
Lots of
open to a
cloaks.
tavern while draining outside kind of thing. But they ID'd him he had a tattoo on the back of his right hand, which is, like, 5 grasping hands in, like a pentagon shape.
Like, each hand is grabbing the other's wrist, right?
Yeah, but
Like
not...
that Fight for Hunger one, but with 5 people.
Yeah, the, like, racial diversity kind of... I could Google it.
Yeah, whichever one that was.
Am I recording? Let me double check. I am recording. Alright, no more fourth wall break for
What
that.
should I have?
Fucking goddamn it, Ben. You get... Hold on.
I didn't have my sheet ready last time.
Why'd you ask that?
I thought maybe I could remember.
You can't
Like,
remember to get here on time.
5211 or something?
51:22.
Oh, I switched the 1 and 2s.
Yeah, you're so dumb.
Oh well.
Oh, wow.
Like this.
Yeah,
Except where the, Oh shit, hold on, I closed this wrong thing.
What is that?
Except where, like, the hands meet wrists, it basically just, like, cuts off, so it's not like you don't just see, like, ghostly arms going off down his hand, it would be, very, like, outline, very basic. And he was human and white as well, but that's about all you really get.
I'm gonna go back inside the house with Emma. Or was that her name? Emma?
Emmy.
Emmy, and then I'm gonna grab a piece of charcoal again, and then, like, motion in the air that I want to draw again.
Okay. And she just kind of watches you. She's just, like, nodding,
I'm
but just
looking
sort
at
of,
her.
like, nodding the entire time very slowly, or not slowly, but, like, a very small nod just the entire time. Like, okay, I'm following.
I want to take some, like, okay, let me think.
Draw it on roll 20.
Oh yeah, you should do that. That'd be
I mean, she's just, like, standing, assuming you're gonna do it on her table again.
Can I look? I'm gonna look around for, like, something to draw on, like something that I can take.
She sees that you're looking around, she, like, sort of goes, like, underneath her, like, front, like, desk table area, basically, like, grabs, like, a sheet of, like, parchment paper, like,
Okay.
not
On the
anything
parchment.
high quality, but she just,
Right. On the parchment, I want to draw the tattoo.
Okay. Roll a sleight of hand check.
Sleight of hand check. Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Paul the Crab Man has great sleight of hand.
All right, let me see. Sleight of hand.
Sleight
Yeah,
of claw.
don't have proficiency.
And then, Jay, if you go to,
but-
like, the chat in this, you can see when people roll, if they do it in the chat.
Which I do because it's easy, but it's also it's a pretty terrible system. There's like way too many crits for how many.
Oh yeah, I was gonna roll my regular dice today.
Yeah, go ahead. I do.
I'll just do this. I like doing this because that way the DM can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Very
trust you
cheating.
guys, but,
There you go.
yeah, we get a rough drawing, at least what you think it would look like.
Yeah.
Based off of the description you were given. And she just looks at it, just, like, nodding, and looks at you, expectantly, just...
And then I point to her hand, like where it would be on the tattoo, the guy's hand.
Did you draw it in roll 20? I don't see anything.
No, I didn't draw
No.
it.
Well, fucking draw it then.
Well, you know what it looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Sit here and draw 5 hands.
I don't know what what you. I don't have the tattoo. I haven't seen anybody with a tattoo. If that's what you're asking.
And I got a nod. Yeah.
No. Well, sorry. Thank you. If I can't pay
Wow.
you for that.
All right.
And then she
So
just sort of
I
like peeks
grab-
out the door. And like, do you still need me, or can I like skedaddle?
I wave her off. I roll up the
All right.
parchment.
And she just like quickly like taps her way down her stairs. And just
And I roll up the parchment, stuff it in my netting, and then I grab the guy's shackles, and I start walking back to town.
just dragging the guy behind you.
Yeah.
All right. What's everybody else do?
Following him.
What time of day is it?
Midday, if not a little earlier.
Nap time.
I think.
So,
Also, Galen, if you have things to add, you need to,
Unmute yourself.
yeah.
Yeah, so you're heading back to town. Where are you going in town? If you're the only one actually doing anything currently.
I want to go back to the guard station or whatever that place was.
All right, that would also be very close to where you are. It's technically it's on the northern edge of the village.
Perfect.
So you just sort of,
wait, where's Paul going?
I mean, you just watch him as he just takes the guy like starts dragging him behind him, back towards the town.
I'm following him.
All right. What's everybody else doing?
Before I leave, I
Are we
tell
taking the whole
Emmy.
restaurant thing with him?
I mean, you just like you stop and you just look at Galen, who's still currently a horse. Just like wait a week, like.
Yeah, I guess we'll follow Paul. I mean, I still got
And,
my face rubbing in this. I mean, my hand rubbing on this guy's face. He's starting to like it.
And Jay Donny's very like not lawful good, but still kind of close, you know. So he'd probably end up just like following Crabman.
All right.
And he does a lot of defensive and like whatever things.
And what's Galen doing?
I will
He's
follow
the horse.
Crabman.
I'm the horse. I'm just following around.
Yeah, we're just
So
we're
you're
all,
following.
yeah, we're all going.
Okay, good.
But I want to tell Emmy before we go, hit us up
Well,
when
she left before you did.
Oh, she left?
Yeah, she said she was heading to the library.
Then we brought
Oh, I
the
must
house
not
down.
have. I must not have been around at that point.
Yeah, well, yeah,
I
it's
took
just,
a phone call during the.
it was during your phone call more than likely.
It
During a
must have
rock
been.
phone.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, well, yeah, back to so Crabman, you're sort of like, you know, push the door open to the thing, walk in, nod your way to the guy. What do you do with the guy?
I look for the person who looks like to be in charge in the room.
Harold. Harold.
Well, Harold isn't currently in. And did you meet Harold?
The guy on the horse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't
Okay.
Harold have like the cool armor?
Well, yeah, but like he's
That's
not.
how Galen learned to turn into a horse.
As a strikingly resemblant horse outside the Harold's, just dragging a cart. But yeah, so he's not currently in, or if he is, he's not in like the front area. But there are two guards who are sort of at the table in the front, as there tends to be for some reason. One of them stands up and just looks to you like.
I pull out my little drawing, and I open it up, and I point to the bad guy's hand where the tattoo would be.
And he just
And I
watches.
go, I'm like, huh?
Hold on, I'm gonna throw a dice for this. See. He just keeps looking at you.
Oh. I
You-
turn to Kevin.
Hello.
Who would? Are you just like out? Where are you? Currently?
Where's who?
You.
Me?
Yeah.
We were all following, so I was just like kicking a rock around like 3 feet to the left.
Well, outside,
Yeah, we're all
like just
outdoors,
outside.
right?
I
Yeah.
gesture for Kevin to come in.
Hello?
You just
I'm
see
in.
Crabman appear in the doorway, just like, come on.
I'm like pointing at the thing, at the parchment and to the guards.
And I'm like, what's his name? Harry?
Well, Harry's not
Harold.
here, but yes,
Who am I talking to?
the miscellaneous guards at the front of the guard watch.
Excuse me, and then I pause so he tells me his name.
Sorry, I'm swallowing.
Sorry, I'm swallowing. Have you seen this tattoo on any man / person?
No, I can't say I have.
All right. Have a good day. Finger guns.
And just walk out and Cryman still just standing there like.
I'm like, oh. And I point. I grab the guy. I grab my shackles, and I'm like, I'm shaking the guy's shackles and hands at the guards. I'm like,
You want us to
put him away.
take hold
you
of
know?
this, man?
Yeah.
All right. I mean, we'll wait, but Harold's probably gonna have some questions for you.
Cool.
Who? Who's gonna have questions?
Harold.
Oh, I couldn't hear
And,
Robert. He does the weird voice, and I can't understand him.
Paul got me, and Paul's normally the one that doesn't.
I couldn't get.
Well,
over
yeah,
to
but
that.
the guy also, I was gonna say this, but you interrupted me. He basically just like says it to you, Paul, and then he like stops and like walks towards the door, like opens it, and then looks to you, Trouble, since you're still like nearby kicking a rock around. Just like, we're gonna take care of this man that you're leaving us with, but yeah, Harold's probably gonna come looking for you at some point, or you know.
I shove my finger in his mouth like one last time.
The thief mouth. Yeah.
It is like, and then he like coughs a little bit, and I
I
pat him
thought
on
you
the
did
head.
that to the guard.
Oh no, not the guard.
He's just like jogging here, just like finger.
Wait, that's what you did to the guard. Wait, who'd you do it
No,
to?
no. Take my no, not the
Swallowing.
guard. I don't want to start an engagement. I
Okay.
meant
Sorry, I'm
I don't. If he
swallowing.
has a name, I don't know it. The guy we have in the shack.
Oh, well, he was inside. He didn't bring the guy with him. He just
Oh, I thought he was right next to us.
no, because Paul has him inside.
Okay, never mind. Then I will finger no one.
All right.
You guys got arrows?
God damn it.
Doors ready to swing and closed.
Hey, wait.
What?
All right. We
What?
still have cart of things.
Yeah, is there a bank? Robert,
Kevin says
make,
to no one in particular.
A
little
perception
pit
check
stop. Perception check on a bank.
of the town. Yeah.
Can I
Come
can I use my
Don't fail me
my
now.
one thing?
You
I
what?
got a 4.
4. Not that you
Yeah.
can tell. Paul, what are you asking?
Can I use my thing, my my knowledge of city stuff?
I mean, yeah, you can roll for it. Same thing, perception. Or this. Is it based off of the city guard? Is it that one, City Watch?
Yeah.
Let me look up exactly what it says.
Yeah, I'm trying to find that now.
I didn't have that book open.
Watcher's Eye. Local news.
Oh yeah, it's more for
Okay.
organizations of good and bad, so it's not quite.
Well, I guess we'll just do a perception because I am interested
well.
in the bank idea. Let me do
So we can really
that.
quickly get rid of all this change. Like someone would have to like hold on to it, right? You know what I mean, Robert?
I mean, yeah,
Like we would have to carry it around.
and it would still be like a reasonably large amount to carry
Or
on,
like we
even
could
if
change it up.
when you split it up.
I mean, like cash in like the copper for silver. Silver for
Paul,
gold.
you know, I mean, this, you being again not being able to speak common, not necessarily the best person to know, but it's a small village, and the odds of there being a bank not high.
Yeah.
And in terms of like people that would have the most money, honestly, it would be Doc's probably in terms of like a place like this.
Right.
Rob, what is my city streets feature?
That would be a good question then. I'm assuming you're like just base game like player's handbook homeless.
Yeah,
Like, what's your actual background though? Is it just
urchin.
urchin? Okay, it is. All right, hold on. Let me get to the part of the book. This might be actually somewhat relevant. So.
Yeah.
I thought so.
It's also the last one of the books. Hold on. City secrets. Oh, you move faster through cities, not. You know, this isn't technically a city either, but.
Okay. Alright.
Because like it's like find secret passages and just better like move down alleys and stuff. But this is the way this is
I mean,
set up.
like a cobblestone road compared to this dirt road.
Well, I mean, this one's still mixed, like
Demographically.
somewhat cobble, somewhat dirt, like sort of in the middle, you know, rough, whatever. But yeah, it's just sort of buildings roughly placed, sort of in like a field almost.
So
But-
would you say like middle class and above?
No, just in terms of more density and more like actual, you know, like the size. This is a large town, but it's not a city by any means.
Yeah.
And there are some like older stone buildings and this, that, whatever. But for the most part, just a scattering of things and some people's little farm places and everything on the outskirts. And the river at some point, to the east. There's not
How
a lot
close
of-
is Duncan's place to
There's
where
not
I am right now?
It's towards the eastern edge. Currently you're at the northern edge. 5-10 minutes.
I want to grab a handful of shit from the trunk and go to Duncan's place.
Okay. Like, what do you mean a handful of shit?
Like, I don't know. Do I have some sort of a belt pouch?
Yes.
And I'm just
no,
gonna-
you don't. Actually, that was
Not
taken.
anymore. That
Nope.
was taken.
Yeah, they
Fuck.
just instead of taking the money out of it, they just yoinked it.
It took the whole pouch.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Oh, I still have my mouse. Yeah, I don't know. I have pockets in my pants, right?
Yep.
Okay, I'm just gonna, like, I'm assuming the chest is filled with like gold coins and gems and stuff.
Well, gems, yeah, different kinds of currency, which is why I'm asking.
Oh.
Gold, silver, copper. So like,
We're in a bit of a pickle. Because it's such a fucking random crate of shite.
Yeah. All right, that's why we want a bank, isn't it?
We want anyone that could help us. that would let us keep the most of it.
so yeah, you
All
sort
right,
of
I'll-
like go to reach for like just random money, and you just look at it just like, that's a lot of just shit.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. Yeah, like I said, take a handful, put it in my fucking pocket.
Of
I
what though? Of
slap-
gold,
I
silver,
slap
copper.
his
They would.
hand.
Okay.
I'm just gonna scoop.
Crab
I
man
don't give a
just.
fuck.
Slap his hands. Put that down. You shithead.
You filthy bitch. Crackle, crackle. Crackle, crackle. One more
I
time.
need to buy arrows, damn you.
I put both sets of my little arms on my hips.
Fine. I'll wait. Are we looking for a bank?
Help
Did we decide that there isn't one?
My bro, yeah. Kevin's just sort of like, there's not a bank.
There's no bank. Never heard of it.
He's fairly confident in that as well. Yes.
Does Emmy live in this town, where we are?
She
She's
lived on
just
like the
outside it.
outskirts.
You're just at her house.
Yeah.
She lives like right at the edge, just sort of right in the tree line.
Would Emmy let us keep the money there?
We leave a note with like,
We could
Whatever
go to
her-
the library, quickle crackle.
yeah, we can go to the library. Crackle, crackle.
I mean, he would, he wouldn't be able to. So that's not on the table right now.
Why don't all of us go down to our place in the pub and just like sort it out ourselves? There's like 5 of us, right? Like, let's fucking do it.
6.
Well, I feel like we would all ask the bartender where Emmy is. Because, except for Crackle Crackle, but we don't know that because we're just dumb.
Well, I mean, no one considered giving it to Tammy besides Crab Man, and he wouldn't be able to.
Well, yeah, no, Ben just said it, so I think that's a good idea.
So you go into the bar to sort the money then.
Yeah. Well, to pretty much find out where Emmy is, because we wouldn't remember that. Honestly, we wouldn't remember where she is, except for Crab
Well, I
Man.
mean, you wouldn't be looking for her because you know she's just going to the library. So the fact that he had the idea doesn't mean anyone else did. No one
No,
was even.
Ben did. Ben said we could leave it with Emmy.
No, Jay did.
Oh. You mean Paul.
What?
I
So
thought
many
Ben
names.
said it.
No,
There's so many names.
Jay said
Never
it,
mind.
or
I
Donny
thought Paul
technically said it.
Paul. I thought Paul said it.
Paul suggested finding the library.
Oh my god.
But that's not on the table. Basically, it's just like, can we leave with Emmy? But then Ben's just like, fuck it, we're just count it right now ourselves at the tavern.
I don't see why not.
Alright. All right. How long is that, Robert? Can I perceive how long that would take?
You can make an intelligence check.
Oh, great. Here it comes.
Just like a general
Like-
intelligence.
Okay,
check.
no, we're good. We got
Arcana.
Each choose a type of currency and just start picking.
Like
for it.
sort and
we're sorting
silverware.
Yes, exactly.
I got a 13, so we're sorting.
I mean, you got 6 people. You know, maybe an hour,
Yeah.
maybe a little more.
An hour lunch at the bar. You said it was like 11:40.
Yeah,
I mean, you said it was
okay.
just before like noon, but yeah, we'll go with 11:40 exactly.
All right, cool. It's 11:40. Sliders are on me, depending on what I get to count.
Let's do it.
We got 40 minutes before lunch starts.
Yeah, we got,
Okay.
and
We
the
gotta pop
breadman
some shit in the
hasn't
oven.
showed up yet.
All right, yeah. So you go to the tavern.
Yeah, we'll go to fuck it. Fuck it.
All right, who's like first in the door?
Me.
And how you getting this down? Like,
I know how the horse is gonna fit.
I mean, he could not be a horse.
I'm
Galen,
gonna.
on horse.
I'll lift up the chest and I'll bring it in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you going in like the front or back the like the cellar entrance?
Cellar entrance.
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't
we
want
live
everybody to
down
see
there,
our
right?
gold.
We live down there, right?
I mean, that's where you've been sleeping,
Technically.
apparently. That's where you slept
Where I
at
lay
least,
my head is home.
at least one night.
Yeah, we'll take it. We'll go down there.
Galen, you still a
Yeah.
horse? You're currently muted, Galen, if you're trying to respond.
What a question.
A horse
Yeah,
doesn't respond.
Okay.
There he is.
Hanging out, doing horse things.
Well, now you're just a horse attached to a cart just out back of the place.
Yeah, you can unhorse.
Galen's the most
I go
D&D
looking
player
for
ever.
He just wanders
I
off.
choose to stay as a horse.
I wander looking for something to eat. I'll see
Alright,
you guys
so like,
later.
Crabman takes the chest, just, like brings it down, and then you just hear the horse in the cart just sort of start creaking away.
God damn it.
Nay, and just walks off.
So the 5 of you are at the tavern.
I have no use for these worldly objects.
Now, what's the floor made out of in the cellar, Robert?
It's just like wooden planks over dirt.
Is there a bed sheet or a cloth around?
A couple, like you guys have your, or I mean, you're like sort of.
I just want to put it on the floor so I can just dump this shit out.
You can
Alright,
manage.
I dump the shit out.
Yeah, I mean, not like a quality
I
cloth, but that's not what you're looking for anyway. But
Well, yeah, he could do it, but
You tell me to do it, and then I do it.
dump the chest, little girl. So like, but on the
I
sheet,
dump-
I
I
put
dump
on the
the
floor.
I dump the chest on his toes.
Yeah, so you just start pouring this thing out, and you know, for the most part, you get a little bit of that, but a couple coins just go rolling here and there.
Yeah,
I
that's what
chased
I
after
figured.
them.
All right, and then as you sort of like pouring it takes a little bit, you know, just like it's like you're counting change at like a bank, you know, you're like pouring it in, and it just goes for a little bit, and as that happens, you just hear like, you know, all the back steps, just, you know, footsteps as Dox comes down. He's like, holy shite, what are you lot been up to?
And then I just loudly go, 1.
Well, it looks at the money for a little bit, you know, if you need anything, just points back to where he was, you know, throws his washcloth or whatever, like his rag over his shoulder, just, you know, slowly, like half as fast, steps back up the stairs, just like shaking his head,
Yeah.
See ya.
not bothering to ask any questions.
Later, dude.
Yeah, later, dude.
All right, so you guys just counting this?
Yeah.
All right,
1, 2.
you spend the better part of an hour.
Wait, Robert, can we never mind. You're just gonna tell us what it is, or do we have to like?
Is Paul helping with his tiny claws? Because he can get a lot of shit done with
You
those
just
things.
lay down on it, and just figure out like what a silver piece
Start-
feels like, and just go to
Just
town.
start parting the colors.
All right, so you guys find. Let's see this. Hold on. Just do something real quick. Pull my dice roller not in the game because I don't need you guys to see this. Okay, so you guys find 2,000 and math. 2,082. Was that right? Yeah, 2,082 copper pieces. So just
Hold on, I have scrap paper to just write it down.
I put it in the chat.
Okay.
Then you find.
Copper, right? You should write that with it.
Fuck you. Then. Other.
Thank you.
Sorry. Another 540 silver pieces, and then.
Oh, you didn't write the number. Can I guess on the gold? And if I guess right, will you double it?
Sure. I mean, not double, but you can guess.
180.
236.
Okay.
Oh, you're close.
That was pretty close.
Yeah.
36.
Yes. And then various gems in the way of six different gems.
Can we determine
Of
their worth?
pretty reasonable
Are they-
size.
Are they singular or?
I mean, there's two that are the same. Two, you know. But, and then a spell case with a spell inside. Spell scroll, presumably.
Same.
Real quick, Galen, what are you up to in this hour?
I fat-fingered my keyboard.
What am I up to?
You're
He's
basically
eating
just
some
alone for like a good 45 minutes.
He likes being a horse.
There's some guy really pissed off because there's some random horse eating all his hay, but I really don't give two shits, so tell me how the gold's going. I'm still just eating my hay.
Alright, I'm gonna go find Galen and tell him we did it.
Alright, we just find a horse just very, nearby, just eating some
Or I
hay.
talk to a random horse.
Yeah.
And go, alright guys, I told him, and then Galen gets cut from the adventure.
Now you just tell like several horses, just don't,
Your group is taking the wrong
blanket.
horse.
Hey, like start talking like shit. This one doesn't have a card on it, and you just go to the next one. He's like, all right.
Just keep.
And at the end of like a good like 15 minutes, you're like
Enough of
confident
this horse
that you
hockey.
probably
I
got
found him.
Galen at some point.
Yeah, I probably told Galen. But did I actually tell Galen?
Who knows?
I think you got me.
So,
Yeah.
did that hour count as a long rest?
No. At no point would an hour count as a long rest.
Is
Short
it
rest?
a
It
short
would
rest?
not. Nope. Wasn't even a full hour. It was like 45 minutes.
Motherfucker.
And you did not rest.
We
You
literally
were-
sat on the floor
Yeah.
doing something.
But sitting down and counting is pretty much close to rest.
I mean, but you also
No.
didn't do it with the intent
Sitting
of
and counting
resting, and it
silverware
wasn't
is-
long enough
is
to
the
have
least
rested.
efficient way to sort silverware, Ben.
Okay. I'm gonna go up into the pub and tell Docs what's going on.
Alright.
Try to make amends with the guy.
Okay, so he's just behind the bar. He watches you as you just come up behind him just the entire time. He's just cleaning out some mugs.
Yo, so we found the lair of these thieves, and we got a chest, and there's a shit ton of money in it. You know of like a bank in this town?
There's no bank in this town.
No bank. Okay.
No.
You're already disgusted.
No
Finish the
bank.
conversation. No bank.
This place is not that large.
Ew.
You have to go to the city for that.
No, I'm not falling for that one. Don't ask him where the city is.
The city? What city?
I mean, the closest city is to the north. It's not loading. Hold on. It's Brennan. Brennan. I probably didn't say that. It's not too far, but I don't know. You're better off just keeping your money on it at this point. I mean, you could probably use with some new equipment by the looks of it.
Oh yeah, I definitely could.
Oh
You know where I can
yeah,
get that stuff?
that's right. New things that we should buy with the money. Crickle crackle.
You're also just in the basement, just like crickle crackling away because you didn't hear that conversation. Crickle crackle. This Ben's just upstairs.
Yo, where
Explaining
can I
to
get
myself?
some new stuff?
Throw another perception check real quick, Ben, and then you just sort of Thanks for a second, I mean.
Perception.
Well, it's a good thing you don't need another bow, because I don't know where the hell you'd find one of those, but, Idris, the smith, well, you have some armor, I guess. Otherwise, you'd probably have to go to the city just for better makers or whatever. 15. You hear, something you haven't heard in a little bit, stirring in, like, the back room.
In the back room?
Yeah.
What do you mean by something I haven't heard in a little bit?
Or just, the sound you haven't heard in here before.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, that's probably just lap in the back.
A what?
You knew
Yeah,
that.
a what?
Oh, and he'd hand over face first. Lap, my dog. And it just sort of like walks to hit the back room and just like pushes the door open. And just you see this slow moving, just like a mastiff, like a good 70% just skin, just slowly walk out, tail kind of wagging a little bit, but like that sort of like half like wag of like a tired dog. Just
Doggy.
he walks up and just like sniffs you a little bit.
What kind of
I pat him on the head.
Yeah, I forgot you don't remember him, but he's so quiet you probably didn't even notice him.
Why you got him
While,
locked up in the back here?
Not locked up in the back, he's sleeping.
while
Oh.
Fuckhead's jerking off, I'm gonna come upstairs with my my drawing, show it to the bartender guy.
I mean, if this I haven't seen this before. I keep my eyes out. I suppose if I see anything, but
Did I really just roll a perception check to detect a dog?
yes, gotta keep you on your toes. You never know what the rolls are for.
If you rolled a miss, it would have been a giant monster.
Yeah. So what the lot are you up to then? If not, I
What
mean,
exactly do we have in this town?
what do you mean? Do like
What's here?
We don't
again?
remember.
What? Tavern definitely. Guard posts.
No bank.
People.
No bag.
Uh,
No
There's a
arrows
blacksmith
A
named
library.
Shut up, crap, man.
blacksmith
Critical.
he just said his name. His name's Idris.
Idris, right? And there's an arrow fletcher guy named Duncan.
Well, he's
pretty
just
cool.
a hunter. He just happens to make arrows because he's a hunter.
Oh, well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Duncan's a cool guy. Harold is the head of the armory guard place, but he wasn't in when we went there. And then there's this lady, I think her name is like Lily or something. I forget. Linda something?
Yeah, Linda,
Linda, yeah.
and that's Doc's.
And Docs is the bartender.
And he just sort of like halfway because you're just standing in front of him at this point. As Donny just appears on the stairs, just like, what is in this town?
Is Linda the baker?
I mean, she bakes, but she's not like a baker.
She's not a baker, but there was definitely a pie in her window when we showed up.
you haven't.
We
Wait, so
followed the scent to get there, didn't we?
you never actually did, but Docs are just like, all right. So you talked to her. You talked to what she was talking about with that merchant. How did that go?
Merchant.
You didn't actually show up to her house.
Oh. Oh yeah, yeah.
And it's like, yeah, I'll go. Yeah, sure.
I remember.
I'll show up at 9.
What's going on? What are we doing?
You
I'm gonna
just,
keep petting the dog. I'm gonna go
should-
back into the room where the dog was. See what's going on.
Should we go to the city?
no, you just see a bedroom,
No, we need new gear.
Yeah, we need new
and then
gear.
Doc's just like
Also,
whistles to you, just like you better not be snooping around today.
I just like your dog.
You will,
did you tell him about the
Did he?
encounter with the guy that almost killed all
crickle
of us?
crackle, crickle crackle.
I'm telling this out of character.
Yeah, I think he was told about that.
I thought we told him last time.
Yeah, I believe so. Like that was last night because it was
The
just
big
like, oh,
monster
you look
guy,
like
yeah.
you look like shit, and then she was like, yeah, we got fucked, and you went to
Yeah.
bed.
That's when I got fed up with his bullshit. keep telling us how we look. I don't give a fuck.
I mean, you are still kind of just like dirty and shit.
Yeah.
You
We
know,
need new
clothes
shit.
caked in blood.
Lad.
Blood.
So I'm sorry, Docs. Where did you say we could get new stuff?
I mean, you can talk to deities.
Just
Shuffle
right.
around. There are some people that make a fair trade, but I don't know what you're looking for. There's
Is the group upstairs or is everybody
Oh wait, I
still
have to
down?
pick up my
Downstairs.
fucking robe. Robert, is my robe done?
I mean, you could go talk to him.
Who's that guy?
I
Who's the
don't know if I
secret
wrote
place?
his name down. I don't know if you even got to his name, but I'm looking it up
The
currently.
robe guy. Like this, but purple.
Yeah, buddy.
I love that. Okay, Docs. Well, thank you for your time. I'm gonna go back down to my friends now.
And he
Even
just
though I think it's only me that's left in the basement.
nah, it's you, Crabman, and
No, Crabman went
Wait.
upstairs.
Yeah, I went upstairs.
Oh wait, no, yeah. Then
Oh.
Donnie's just like on the stairs, and you're just sitting in the basement, just like playing with money.
I thought you
He's
went
going
looking
to get
for.
the
I thought you went out
give
looking
me
for the
a-
horse.
No,
Oh,
he
yeah,
came
I'm
back
right
by
there.
this point. No. He
Okay,
came-
yeah.
Oh, okay. Did we find the horse?
Well, no, you know,
Well, I think so.
you just yeah.
Okay, well, I go back to my group and I tell them what Docs told me.
Well, I mean, back to the group. You're basically like leaving the group to talk to just my brother.
Well, then I go halfway down the stairs where Donnie is, and I say, because that's like the halfway point between everybody in the group,
Yeah.
what Docs just told me. Or better yet, I tell Kevin, yo, we're gonna go to Idris's place and see if we can get new shit. You wanna come?
Lit, I want to pick up my robe, son,
Okay, we'll do that too
and find some arrows.
while we're out. Yes, exactly. Exactly. See? You get me.
Precisely.
So come with us?
I'm gonna start putting the coins one at a time back into the chest because I have claws and I can't really grab a handful.
All right, so you just staying here, or like what's going on?
Well, we gotta
Also,
buy
you say you're
stuff,
going to
right?
leave, yeah. So no one actually
Well,
got
yeah.
any money.
I wasn't playing with money. It's probably one of my undies somewhere.
Yeah, didn't actually like divvy up any money and do anything like that.
Boops them.
I was gonna suggest to leave it in the chest down here, but then Paul brought up the good point of spending it.
You need to spend, so you would know
Yeah.
that in order to get stuff, you need to have money. So you need to like divvy this up in some way, shape, or form.
How am I gonna? Can I just take 20 of each piece for now?
Will Crabman allow that?
I do.
If
Crab
we're all
Man.
going. Now that we have a plan and I've been listening, then yes, we can do that.
So you just slowly reach for the gold, one at a time until you have 20 of each.
Why don't we
I'm
just
gonna
split
take a
everything
cue
evenly?
from this guy. Ooh, good idea.
Good idea, Donnie.
What do you guys think?
Split it
Who
up
you talking
evenly?
to? Well, I didn't want to like carry that much on me.
Yeah, there is kind of
I
a
give it
lot.
2 claws up.
Well, no, just split it up evenly so you have
We
a
only
set
have one
budget
box.
for.
Is the point?
I'm saying like we split up the copper. We can only spend 416 each. That way, one of us isn't taking more of the money.
Yeah, I
Oh,
guess.
yeah.
There's to be 6 of us.
The
Yeah,
6 of us.
I think so.
Yeah,
Well,
horse
Jonathan
just
is not
isn't here.
being played.
Yeah,
All right.
Oh.
horse.
Jonathan's just been
Horse.
standing nearby the entire time.
Just idle.
Yeah,
Idle
Cross-eyed.
animations.
like a companion.
He's AFK.
Yeah.
Now he's just still at the waterfall, just getting wet, just under the water.
Yeah. He's in that cave. We should have had him stand guard with the chest all the way back there. Alright, I take 20 of each piece, and then I leave the rest in the box, and keep that magical number 416 in my head.
Okay.
Wait, were we not splitting it evenly?
Eventually, but not currently. I don't want to fucking
Yeah.
waste more time.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the
Well, it's
same.
still just like on the floor, just counted. So
Yeah, it's
I'm
in
gonna take-
piles.
as the Crabman slowly just putting it back in. All right, so
Alright, so what's our first stop on the trail to go spend the money?
well, if you're
Yeah.
going to, if you want to get your robe, that would be closer.
All right.
Okay,
I was,
that's-
gonna say, I was gonna high roll Ben, but I guess we'll do that.
Now that would be on technically on the way, but slightly out of the way because you have to go a little, you know.
All right. So I suggest we go get my robe, or check up on the robe. Is the place open, Robert?
Midday, assumedly, yes.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if this crazy town is like, yeah, we're closed.
I mean, you were here when you went to the place. It was around this time, if not just vaguely within the time frame in which you are currently in.
All right. So I'm outside the door.
Okay.
Is there a little bell on the door?
Yeah.
I open the door and the bell rings.
And the guy's just in there. He's just like, hi again.
Hey, are my threads done?
You didn't really give me anything to work. I barely knew what you wanted. I didn't get any measurements either. I could actually, if you want a robe,
Have
I can
you
make
seen
one.
Shrek 3?
I don't get out much. I don't know what you're talking about, but
Okay.
and he just sort of reaches for.
And then I get up on the tailor's table. You know what I mean, Robert?
All right.
Like where he takes my measurements.
And then so you actually.
And then I tell him I want a robe, big on the sleeves, right?
Okay.
Purpley.
All right, I can do that. I have some
With,
fabrics.
with
I
gold-
did look through my
gold
fabrics.
Trim. Gold trim.
Do you? No offense, but do you have money for paying for this?
Do I have money? I scoff at him. And then I ask him how much.
I'm looking up rough price estimate.
Alright. I will use an idle animation.
Bouncing, knees bouncing.
Yeah.
Maybe 10 gold. For,
I throw the 10 gold on the floor.
Thank you. It will take me a bit of time to get this done.
No, thank you. And then I ring the bell as I leave.
Well, this is like 10 minutes. It tells you a rough estimate, like day and a half, maybe.
All right,
It's not really a problem because again, it's not like it's not armor for you. It's just robes.
It's just yeah, son. And then I leave.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
it
buddy.
takes you a few minutes. Are you like waiting with him, Ben, or are you just going on to just?
Oh, I was gonna travel with him.
Okay, well, like he would
So
be
he
a
watched all
bit,
that unfold.
just watching
Buddy system. Yeah.
like 10 minutes. Just watch. Jay, you going along with him too? What's going on, Crabman?
Yeah, I'm gonna go along with them.
All right, and then Jonathan's still just following.
On to Idris.
Then Horseman still just being a horse.
A horse. We don't know if it's the right one.
Yeah. Well, at this point, Galen, you don't know based off what they're doing, but at a certain point, within this reasonable time frame, you just sort of eating the hay, you get it like rough swallow down, and just like pop back into your normal form.
Whoa.
Just like like half tangled in like the leaves that would be dragging a cart,
Got the little spur or whatever it is in my mouth.
Yeah.
Wait, do I have one of those?
Nah, it's just like rough rope you would have had to tie just to get it, because there was a hand cart, so like you just put a hand cart on the horse. You didn't actually have like a horse-drawn cart.
I'm gonna punch your ass.
Nay.
Getting all sassy.
Yeah, so you're just sort of in your normal form, just standing, by a pile of hay.
Wonder where everybody else is at.
They did tell you, they kept you up. They did actually get told by Kevin that what was going on. They counted the money.
I remember, and I head in that direction.
Well, you just head back to the tavern, which is not that far. A couple houses over. And you go downstairs and you find that no one's actually there. But you do see that the money looks relatively sorted. There's a couple of gold pieces just in the like a handful of gold pieces in the actual the chest, empty chest. But then there's just on a tarp, like on the floor, like a sheet. There's just like 3 different piles, and the gems just to the side with the one potion in the scroll case. Just
I leave.
you use the front door or the back door?
Back door.
Okay. So yeah, so Docs doesn't even like pay attention to you. Alright, so you leave, where are you going?
What did you say?
Where are you going? What are you doing?
I listen and I use my hearing for any crickle crackles.
Roll a perception check.
What's that?
Wisdom, goes with wisdom, and then if you have perception.
What is it, a D20 or?
Yeah, D20. Any skill check or attack roll, 20. Rolled a 17. You just sort of like get up and then you sort of look down, the vague what would be like a road, but there's not actually really like much of a path besides just being like trodden down like dirt, and you could just see like Crabman and Fuckhead asshole and Donny and the wizard just standing outside of a building.
I give him one of JP's waves.
You just see, you know.
I don't. Do any of them notice me?
Yeah, all you guys roll perception checks.
Wait, is he Galen or is he a horse?
He's Galen.
waving?
He's Galen.
Okay.
You don't know.
I don't notice.
Yeah, Paul. At least you notice, Kevin. Not Kevin. Sorry.
Great. I turn to the guys and go, "Hey, crickle crackle."
I just point. Point.
I point at
Wait,
Galen.
who threw an actual dice?
I think that was me.
That was Jay. Yeah.
Oh wait, hold on. That goes off wisdom, right?
I mean, you got it.
Yeah.
You noticed as well.
Oh, okay.
But like Crabman and you just look over to see Galen waving.
That's a +4 to that.
Hey guys.
Hey, it's Galen. Now, when he's a person, does he have trouble digesting the hay?
I mean, it's
Yeah.
technically not in the same stomach, so he didn't really eat anything.
Okay,
technically.
I was gonna say, does the lore go that deep?
No, like it's not even like he didn't eat it.
Yeah.
Technically.
So is he hungry again? Because he never.
I mean, he's just
technically
as
ate.
hungry as he was. Yeah.
All right.
But he may not actually know that. So that's.
Roll
What kind of
perception. See if
cynical
you're
hell
hungry.
is this?
Why am I so hungry? Yeah, so you just wave, and then they may or may not wave back. And you're just sort of standing there.
I'll wave back.
Okay. Yeah, Donny would do that.
I don't want to scare people.
I mean, there's not a lot of people out right now. Just kind of you guys.
So the gang's all here then?
I mean, it's still another like.
Yeah.
Speaking like, if Galen, are you catching up with them?
Yeah, I'm catching up.
All right, so then there would still be like another like 4-ish minutes till like the measurement's done, and then now everyone's caught up and it's all together. And then Kevin just sort of struts out, just like my robe's coming soon.
Yeah, buddy.
And then what's everybody doing?
Are we there yet?
Is who? Wait, what's next on the stop? Is that Ben's thing?
We had to go buy equipment.
Yeah,
It
Ben's
was-
thing.
Yeah, at the southern edge of town. If I remember all this correctly. Yeah, so Ben, I think, was the only one actually that met Idris beforehand. And he leads the way. Just brings you down to, the place, the smithy where the open air, see the smoke rising up in the forge and all that. And you see the man just sort of working away, just, with the billow, just. And he looks over and just half wave.
That looks busy.
Hello?
Was there any? Oh, never mind.
I forget
Hey,
I forget what voice he had. We're just gonna have a
Remember
really
me?
good. I remember. Yes, you. Do you have money this time around?
Yeah,
Of course I have money.
Yeah, JP, shut the fuck up. Kevin, shut the fuck up. Yeah, we all got tons of money. These are my friends. We got Kevin, Jay, Crabman, and is Galen with us at this point?
Yeah.
Treeman.
And Donny and
Oh yeah, and Donny and Jonathan,
And
but
Randy.
you won't hear much of them.
Well, Jay is Donny.
Yeah. Oh, I said Jay.
they're
Whatever.
just like, I will. No, I've seen
Okay, so
I've
these
seen
are
you
my friends.
around at least. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we have money now, and we were looking for some gear.
All right. Well, what do you need? And he just sort of like wipes his claps his hands together, gets some of the dust up, and like wipes it on his apron, and then just like elbows his way like into the main like building of his like little shop home area.
Let me
So
see.
what do you need?
Well, you got a quiver? Because like I'm just carrying 15 arrows in my hand.
I mean, I could make a rough one. I mean,
I'm so tired.
but in terms of a quality one, probably not. It's not actually within the. I'm not a leather worker. You might have to talk to somebody else for that.
What about? Do you have like any a type of pouch? I need something to put this money in. I'm carrying coins in my hand.
I mean, if you go talk to Sarah and he just points like to like a building like right next to like 2 houses over, like a general store right over there. If you
Go
even
there
didn't
next.
know.
How about weapons? You got daggers?
I mean, you're asking him, but like you can see like on walls behind him. There's just like swords and stuff mounted, and like he's just got like just stuff lying around.
You got any really cool daggers?
I mean, I work basic equipment. I don't really do much else.
Basic equipment. Well, see, I only have a kitchen knife, so could you like trade, or do you want actual money? For it?
I prefer actual money.
Okay. Your finest dagger, please.
All right, and just sort of like you hear him
Oh,
just
I don't know
he
how
turns
expensive
around and
it's
just
gonna be.
goes like
Digging through a barrel.
yeah, basically it's just like a bucket of just like miscellaneous daggers. Pulls one out and just runs his finger along like the edge and just like, all right, you know, and puts it on the like bench in front of you.
How much is this?
I'm looking it up, but it won't be that much. 2 gold.
I'll take 2.
All right, and he just sort of like turns around, reaches, just grabs the second one, just puts it on the table next.
I give him 4 gold.
All right, thank you. And he, like, you know, just grabs it, just hand up, you know, like thanks, and then you know, puts it like in like his apron pocket. Well, it's just, you know, like you pound them out, you know, it's just
Yeah, he's trying to get 100.
like he makes these, yeah, makes this to practice. And he just got them like overflowing.
Your
Where
finest
did I
dagger.
keep my daggers before?
You had sheaths, yeah. I mean, you could put them in your boots. Like, you still have boots. You could potentially just put them in there, but that doesn't mean they're like just sort of in your like, literally just like stuck in your boot. Because at this point, you've kind of just been like carrying a knife and a bunch of arrows and a bow around.
Yeah, in my hand. I'm tired of it. So, I'm gonna drop the kitchen knife. Fuck that thing.
Just in his shop.
I pick it up. No, in mine. One kitchen knife.
You just put it like in your pot at this point. Cause
Yeah. Yeah, buddy.
Daggers.
Was
What's
there
the damage
anything
on those
specific
things?
that Donnie needed?
I don't. Well, Donnie doesn't have
Yeah, what's
armor. You might want
What's the
that.
damage on this fatty kitchen knife?
All right.
But he had, yeah.
What do you know? Remember what kind of armor he wanted?
I mean,
or...
we could just say that like you, like put an order in now because you would have to make it, and then just assume that Donnie tells me before it's done what he wants and just call it a day.
All right.
Because Donnie raises
gonna-
shields and
Yeah.
I think he's still missing a weapon though. I forget what weapon he uses.
Donnie's missing a weapon? What was he primarily kicking the shit out of people with?
Sacred Flame.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Just
Where did he
casting
lose
spell.
his favorite pendant?
Well, no, because they wouldn't bother taking that shit like that. Literally just like hang around his neck or whatever.
Yeah, because I lost like things I didn't even use yet.
Yeah. So
So wait, does this guy do armor too?
I mean, I'm not
Okay,
great with
I-
leather. I can maybe get it done. At least have it commissioned.
I would like some decent chain mail. I don't know, something lightweight.
As a rogue, do you have? Well, chainmail's technically still heavy armor.
It is?
Yes.
That's
It's metal.
heavy
But
armor.
as a rogue, you shouldn't be getting clapped ever.
Because he's not a rogue, he's a ranger.
I'm a ranger.
What proficiency? What armor proficiencies do you
metal.
have?
Armor proficiencies?
Yeah, like a
Light
chain
and-
shirt
Light
would be
medium armor.
like yeah,
shield.
chain shirt's medium,
Simple and martial weapon. Okay.
and that's just kind of like
would
like a
like to-
chain vest.
Yeah,
And then
I mean,
chainmail is like
Chainmail
the
like
full.
covers everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like
Oh.
full like long sleeve, you know.
It's like, yeah, rain
Oh,
gear.
yeah, yeah.
Chain
I don't
rain
want
gear.
that shit. I just want what Frodo had.
Dinah's mace.
What Frodo was given in
Mace?
the,
Yeah.
by the elves.
All right.
So you want to buy a mace?
Yeah. I'm gonna buy your finest mace.
Alright, well he just like reaches in, like just stuck like behind the door.
pepper sprays you.
Yeah. He pulls that one that's like not like the ball kind of like the one where it's like I don't know.
I think I know what you're
a
talking
flail?
about.
like no, like the one that's sort of like longer and it's got like the nice little like rough edges where it's almost like a pole with like blades in a way, but still
Yeah, they're just kind of like thin sheets of metal, kind of.
but like well not thin but like kind of thick.
Yeah, like in a circle formation.
Oh, I get it. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like
I know
a
what you
weapon
want.
version,
Crown on a stick.
a weapon version of
Pretty
like
much.
a potato
From a chandelier.
like masher.
Yeah. All right. How much?
Hold on.
2 million.
So you buying that chain shirt, Ben?
Yeah, sure.
All right,
Yeah,
that'll be
buddy.
50 gold.
Oh, never mind. Fuck off.
I'm making a living here, right?
2 gold for your daggers and 50 for a shirt.
Okay, that's just like, do you know the quantity of metal that goes into either, and then the amount of time they take?
I'm just fucking with you, Idris. You're cool.
But that's the finest of shirts.
Okay.
Fine, this is my one chain shirt I got lying around. Yeah.
Do you have anything, any like, I don't know. What do I want?
You have a menu?
You got a menu.
Wait, how much was the mace?
5 gold. Just, I don't know, mark off or something. Well, either way, we'll tell Donny. We'll put it in the chat, actually, because the chat stays for some fucking reason.
It's a session that never ended.
Yeah, I'm probably just gonna end up doing it where it's like, do it like per area, so we're still in like Honey Falls. This is this one.
5 gold Donny mace.
While Fuckhead is being a shit ass, I'm gonna peruse for things that I can hook onto my netting,
Okay.
like pouches and whatnot.
Oh, well, he doesn't really
Yeah,
have
shit,
much
yeah.
of that. I mean, he has like, like sheaths and scabbards, sort of, somewhat, but that's more again for just weapons, not actually just liner.
Okay.
But you do still have like most of your like miscellaneous stuff because they wouldn't bother touching your net really. They just took like the gold pouch and that was it. But in terms of actual
So I
like,
can
pouches,
still hook things onto me. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Robert, what's the damage on daggers?
D4 plus
Okay.
Dex,
Right. I'm gonna go by myself over to that leather place next door.
Okay, well he didn't say that was like
Yeah.
the general stores, the place he pointed to, not like a leather working place.
Oh, it was a general store, but they might have like quivers and shit.
They might have miscellaneous stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go browse over there.
I follow Fuckhead asshole.
All right,
I'm
Hey.
gonna go to the general store as well.
all right. Does everybody go?
There's nothing for. No one else needs anything at the armor. Right, we're at the armor smith or the general blacksmith.
Well,
Yeah.
Jade bought the mace.
Yeah,
Did you? And then
does
I put in an order for armor.
does Paul do you need anything from this guy?
do you have a weapon, Paul?
Yeah, I have the axe, the polearm
Oh
thing.
shit! Yeah, you do. Never mind. Thank God. Rip Trident.
Yeah,
Oh.
sad.
I mean, you are down your hand axes as well.
Oh, that's
Those
true.
are so important.
But then you would also be like carrying this as well. I mean, you have the most like whatever, but you could also just kind of get like a belt.
Yeah. I would like to do that.
Okay. How would you portray that to Idris?
I guess I'll just use my little arms and kind of like make a gesture like around my waist. And I stare at him intently.
He stares at you equally as intently and does not sort of react in any way.
Is there a rope somewhere?
Sure.
I take it and I wrap it around my waist. And then I'm like, huh?
Like, oh,
oh.
I mean, you might have to step your way into it, but and he just reaches underneath like his thing, just roots around a little bit, and he pulls out like a rough belt.
Does it fit?
I mean, again, you'd have to like one leg, two leg, like pants. Now you can't get it up and over. So.
All right.
Hey, what's Paul putting on?
A belt. And
A
it's sort of
belt.
a bit of a rough stretch on the way up, but like
Why does he have to step into the belt?
because his head's a lot, like his torso's a lot larger than his waist.
It doesn't have a buckle.
Yeah, I was gonna say we have different ideas of what a belt looks like.
No, this is just more or less just like a ring of leather, like an actual like
Okay.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
like
Alright.
not even yeah.
Ben, I guess we're not on Earth.
Not like a pants belt. It's more like just like a
I don't know what you mean.
Something to hook things on.
Why doesn't he just wear it like a sash?
I mean, technically, you could
Or
just
a
like
net.
you could just cut it and tie it around your waist, I suppose.
Cut it and invent a buckle and become a millionaire?
Poke holes in it with his pole thing.
I mean, this isn't quality stuff. Again, I don't work in leather, but it's yours. It's like 5 silvers.
How
you guys keeping
tall
track?
is Crab Man?
Like 7 feet.
7.
And I thought it was
7
like-
in eyes.
Oh, right now.
Yeah, because he's still not as dense as he normally is.
Right.
And you guys keep track of all your money?
Yeah, I only spent 10 on my robe.
I spent 4
I
gold.
spent 5.
I maybe spent
And
the
then
10, but
whatever
I don't
the
know if you picked
armor
up all
is.
10.
Yeah.
Whoopsies.
But we'll take care of that later. Alright. Go to the general store.
Wait, is there a menu for the general store?
I mean, walk
Can
in.
I buy rations here?
Yeah, you can buy basically anything that's like the miscellaneous
'cause I'm
adventuring gear.
I've been like starving for like weeks. Is there a guy? Are we in it?
It's a woman, yeah. You open the door. And just sort of...
Excuse me, miss. Does
Oh.
the bell ring?
Yes, hello.
Fatty bell rings.
Well, there's not a bell in this store.
Shit.
But she's
fuck
just
it.
sort of sitting in the
I
front,
might just
just-
starve. Anyway, do you have food like rations?
Yeah, certainly.
How many do you have?
And she sort of goes in the back. 7 days worth.
7 days ration. I'll take it.
Alright, that will be 5 silver apiece.
So
35.
how much is it? I only have 20 silver. Can I like
3.5
change
gold.
it up? So I'll give her 3 gold. And then how much silver?
5.
Sold. I am done.
Thank you. Just a handful of shit. You don't have a backpack, you don't have anything else, Jumper. You're just carrying 7 rations.
What
It makes sense
Taylor,
to
be
me.
a horse. Excuse me,
7
miss.
rations in a bucket.
How much does the bucket cost?
Or not a bucket, the pot.
Well, how am I carrying this pot around? Have I really been just an idiot this whole
The
time?
entire time carrying a pot.
Alright, I'm going. Wait, can I put these on layaway? And then I'll go talk to the leather guy.
Well, I mean, whatever. Backpack's like cloth, like not necessarily leather. You could get
I'd
like
rather
a
have a
cloth
leather
bag.
one.
Okay.
So do I need any more carrying things, or am I okay?
You're right.
So I have a place for my rations and all that.
I mean, no, but
So I would like more things to carry things with.
Who are we?
yeah, because
You
unless
have like a bunch of like Christmas ornament style pouches.
yeah, like you would have like a sack for that, because
A
like you
bunch
could
of
just
sacks.
tuck it, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And literally, like you walk in, there's Crab man, how are you gonna
Give me your finest sack.
crickle crackle, crickle crack crackle?
Do you still have paper?
I take one of my present pouches that's small, I guess, and
Yeah.
I'm like this, and then I like gesture like bigger, like extend my
Or
hand down.
pouch?
She is dumbfounded. Like the second you walk in, she's just staring up at you wide-eyed, and she just like doesn't even pay attention to what you're doing.
Can I notice that and introduce him like a game show host? Like, hey, this is Crabman.
Noticing how nervous she is, I take out my poleaxe and I grab it in both hands and I pump my arms up and down above my head.
She noticeably screams and runs into the back room.
Oh my
And you
god.
see the door
saw
slam.
that.
Now I peruse.
I guess I'll find the sack myself.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same.
Yeah, you can find a sec.
I'm gonna look for a backpack and a quiver.
Yeah, so perception on both of you guys.
Oh.
Shit.
Ah,
You find her finest sack, Paul.
Okay, and then I ring her bell up front.
She doesn't have a bell.
Make a bell noise.
Open the door again.
I open the door again.
There's not a bell on the door.
You said
Can
there
we
was
go
a bell.
get
I
the
said there
other
was
bell?
not. My brother said there was.
Wait, can we buy a bell? Does she have bells?
Is there a
for sale?
bell in the general store?
That's another perception check.
Oh wait, hold on. Who has a metal weapon?
I do.
Oh, I have a pot. I have a pot.
I got a, oh yeah,
Why can't he get
I
my
got a pot.
shield?
I got a dagger.
I hit Jay with my pot.
You don't have to roll in sack. So you find the sack. You find. I mean, you're looking for a bell and just hits him with the just dung. And like the the kitchen knife falls out and your coins start just clattering everywhere.
Motherfucker.
Did she come back though?
No, she's just back room, no noise.
All right, I'm gonna go back there.
Glasses.
I'm going back there.
Going back.
I'm going back there.
Just
Don't go
go
back.
behind her.
I like car hood slide over the front counter.
Or the front counter back, and she's just like hiding in the back, and you just see like her bedroom or like the kitchen, or like just her house, just like in this thing.
Can I try to explain him to her?
Just shout like, please, just leave me alone. Don't hurt me.
Lady, we just want a backpack.
A couple of them.
Just take what you want. Just please, just don't hurt
I
me.
said backpack. How much is the backpack?
And she's just like cowering in the corner, not even listening.
I'm gonna leave my 7 gold on the. I'm gonna leave my 7 gold on the floor for her.
Okay, just in her room.
Yeah, like in her, like, what is she, like the fetal position?
Kind of just like, yeah, just around like.
I'll just like put it in the stack, put it on the floor, and then tap it lightly twice. That way I usually tap things.
Yeah.
Like this
I come
goes.
over and I put 1 piece of silver on her kneecap, and then I walk back out.
She like that half nervous
And
where
I
she's
say-
like really shaking and just like not moving at all, watching you like the entire time. And just...
It's like, alright,
I
we
bow
just want
to
the
her.
backpack.
With a sack.
And the sack.
I walk out.
I was like, he got the sack, he got the backpack, and we're gonna leave now.
Okay.
Get a bell, lady, for the door.
I didn't find a fucking backpack or a quiver.
You do find a backpack of okay make, not like high quality leather or anything, but you do also find a quiver, yeah.
Yeah.
It's also not it's seen better days, but it you know, it's a quiver.
But how many arrows does it hold?
How many do you have?
15.
15. It holds roughly 14.
Fuck off.
Have 1 arrow knocked at all times.
Oh.
And you do know that it's more suited for being a side quiver, not a over the shoulder.
Okay. But I'm stuffing all 15 arrows in there, and I'm putting my my coins in the backpack.
Okay. Just loosen the just a very empty backpack with just loose coin and just dangling around. All right. Anyone else like buy stealing things here while you're?
Oh yeah.
No, I paid for like.
Yeah,
I
I
didn't buy
did-
anything. I paid for the things that I didn't even buy to be
What else would I
nice.
want? Can I see if they have arrows?
Arrows?
I mean,
You can
I
look,
tried
but
to buy the.
nothing.
Yeah, we tried,
Fuck.
but then
Yeah, you do not find any arrows.
Your eyes fall out.
All right.
Ben hits his head on the counter.
Just ow. He just like bends over like 100% and all his arrows fall out on the floor. They would if you didn't jam them all in, so you're fine.
I'm gonna look for more food and water, drinking water.
Okay, well, you find like water skins,
Fuck.
but in terms of there's
I'm
no.
gonna put them in my backpack.
Okay, there's several.
I'll put 2.
Okay, well there were 3, so you can just leave one.
Oh sweet, I'll just take all 3.
All right, and then in terms of food, all the rations are already purchased.
By JP.
Yes.
JP, Kevin, you can put
yeah.
some of those rations in my backpack. I'm not gonna eat them all, but like so you don't have to carry them.
Thank you.
Are
Can
you?
I try to sneak a pot in there too?
I don't really care. It's pretty empty, so
You just
stuff
feel-
I was
it in
gonna
there.
go buy a backpack, but I've been yeah.
And aren't you now like kind of broke, but you have like silver or something?
I don't know how much a backpack would be.
A couple gold.
Well, yeah, I'd have to upchange it, but I don't
That
have
would
any
be-
actual gold pieces on me.
Yeah.
I have like whatever is usually left over, if you know what I mean.
Galen, what are you doing this entire time?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm just kicking some dirt outside the store waiting to go home.
Because like you're all you shit you do is transform and then like you're fine.
Oh, yeah,
I
did he-
don't
did
need
he see the
anything
dog?
from the store, so...
Nah,
What?
no, he would not have seen the dog.
No. I was gonna say we can pet a dog literally whenever we want.
can he turn into a crab since he's seen Crabman?
It's not like he can't turn into you because he's seen you. He can't turn into a dwarf because he's seen John.
Well, yeah, but he can turn into any animal.
Yeah, but that's not how it works. It's magical. It's not like there's no rules to it. It's a magical process. I mean, there are rules, but it's not like where it's just like any living creature. It's beasts. It's specifically beasts. It's a wild magic.
Fair enough.
So, what do you guys do?
Are we done buying supplies that we need?
Can I ask how much the leather backpack would be?
You could try asking her, but oh, okay. Then
Oh yeah.
you have to find another place.
Yeah, I have to find one.
Perception.
Shit. Boop. How's that? I got
Adequate. It takes you a bit, just wandering the town, but you do find like a place with a sign outside. Like a sign like wrapped in leather, just to like, hey,
Alright, I go inside.
You see another half elf individual. He looks at you.
Hello.
Hello.
You have any leather backpacks?
I do.
How much would said backpack be?
2 gold, and he puts up 2 fingers.
I only have copper and silver. Do you take?
Do you have the transferent amount of?
I don't off the top of my head, Robert, know what that is.
It would be 20 silver.
I have 15 silver. How much copper would be what? 5 silver.
50.
I go to Ben and I take 2 of his gold.
You just go to like his backpack because like you put the pot in there and all your money's in there too.
Yeah,
Like,
Ben,
oh,
I need a ration.
let me get my money. And you just take 2.
The old bait and switch.
Okay.
And then I one moment please, and I do what I just said I would do.
Okay.
And then I pay him. I said, never mind. Here you go.
All right, thank you. And it just sort
Backpack,
of reaches back and gives you one. Yeah, nice. Like
Alright, thank you.
kind of maybe a little small, but it's a good size for what you got, which is currently nothing because you have all your shit in Ben's backpack.
Does this guy have like a bell like that you hit if no one's in the front room?
Yes, he does. Yes.
Can I ask to buy it?
What would you need for the bell?
Can I have the bell?
You can pay for the bell.
How much is the bell?
How much do you think it is?
15 silver.
Roll a persuasion check.
Here, we'll do it for the world to see.
How the fuck would a bell be that expensive?
I was trying to up. Oh, it's
You realize that's almost as much as a fucking dagger?
Ben, you will never kill anybody with that dagger.
Do you understand that it's a fucking 10 silver is 1 gold?
21.
It's that simple.
And he just sort of like squinting, just watching, but just sort of slides the bell along.
I take the bell.
And he takes the money.
Alright.
Nods to you.
Alright, see ya. Is that the only bell he has, or does he have like another?
He
Like,
just
I
bought the
leave
guy's
door,
bell here.
And then 10 minutes later, I go back in.
Okay.
Is there a bell on the
What is
desk?
everyone doing in 10 minutes?
Just really quickly, is there a
I
bell?
go in and I ask him for a decent quiver that can go over my shoulder.
Oh, I hope he can't afford it.
I mean, you already have a quiver. I mean, I can make you a new one, yeah, certainly. But
I'll trade you.
trade, I mean, I'm a leather worker. I can make my own. I also
What do
don't
you
know how to
know?
use a bow, so that would also not help me.
Well, see, this quiver is like kind of dinky and small.
I mean, yeah, I can make you a new one. It's just like a gold, and give me like 2 days.
Yeah, how expensive would that be?
A gold, just
A single gold.
yes,
Oh, well, yeah, I'll do that.
yeah, 2 days.
I'll see you in a couple
with
days.
it, Yeah. What's your name?
Fuckhead.
All right. Well, then I will leave this on the side for Fuckhead, and I will have
Thank
it
you.
done in 2 days' time.
Thank you very much.
All right. Just if
All
I'm not
right,
in the
I'll see
front
you
room,
then.
just yell.
There's no bell.
Yeah. And just,
I can do a bell.
halfway, and he goes back to like doing whatever measuring, cutting, just whatever
yeah.
he's doing.
Next time I see Ben, I tell him I can take my stuff back.
Yeah. So he walks out, and you just spend. It's still gonna be like another 5 minutes at least until like you walk back in, unless you're, Kevin.
Oh, never mind.
You
So
get to
I
walk
don't-
back
I
in.
don't- I don't care.
Okay, you're not walking. All right. So what's everybody doing?
I'm done.
I'm gonna give JP or Kevin's stuff back,
Yeah. So you do that.
and I propose to the group: shall we go back to the pub with our new ship and see what's going on?
Is everybody adequately equipped?
So, yeah, everybody got what they need.
I mean, people still missing
so,
armor,
yeah.
but that's that's just more time than anything.
Yeah.
Alright, so now we go back to pub.
Let's go take a nap. Let's go sleep.
I mean, it's still like 1 in the afternoon, 2 in the afternoon, and still not.
Yeah, but we've been walking all
So make
day.
it
You know,
1:30.
You're just dumb for the day.
I just want to
no,
take a nap. Like,
we should
Well, you want to like short rest? I
I
guess
don't even know.
yeah.
you can short rest.
Well, we would have to like spend a die, right?
You don't have to. You don't have to. You can just short rest whenever. But then, like, the question also then comes where you still have to. Everyone's got to like eat and drink for the day. You should, technically be drinking the entire time, but you also just like, what are you gonna do after the short rest?
Yeah.
I want to devise a plan.
I think we should start heading into the city.
No, we have
that
to.
he
We
mentioned
have
before.
to find. Where did Is that where that dude is, Robert?
Hmm?
Was it said where that guy is?
Harold?
They
No, not Harold.
no, because he contacted them, and
So no one's seen Tattoo Man yet.
he's
ever,
not
right?
here. So the
So the
closest
next
place he
best
could be
place-
would be the city. Yeah.
Also, Jay, we have to wait to pick up our armor, so we might as well do something else.
And there are
Where's our thief?
Hmm?
Where is our thief?
you left him with the guard.
Oh, right.
Yep, that's Grab left him with the guard.
Okay, I think we should like go back and devise a plan.
All right, yeah. So, is everybody going wrong with that?
What does the
Yeah.
group think?
Hold on,
Sure.
have we spoken to everybody in the town about the tattoo man? None of them.
Not
seen him?
everybody. We spoke to like people that work at the guard, or people of the guard. Emmy, who's the closest to like the outskirts of town that you know of, and Dox, who's would meet the most people in town, probably, who's the
Our
bartender.
luck, the scared lady knows who he is.
All right, so you guys get to the
Might as
tavern.
well kiss that one goodbye.
You guys, devise your plan. Short rest happens so people can spend hit dice if they need to. I'm gonna get water real quick, so just talk amongst yourself. I'll be right back.
We gotta get our ship, like our old ship back, guys.
We don't know where that dude is, and we gotta wait in this town for 2 days because
Okay.
of.
What do we want to do for those 2 days?
Hi, I'm Donny.
Hello, Donny.
What do I want to do for the 2 days?
I am back.
Does anyone have? Yeah, Rob, is there anyone in town who has like, a job for us to do for while we wait for the 2 days?
That's what we've been trying to fucking find out.
The last you heard, well, I mean, there was a thing that you guys fucked up. You weren't there for this because you're not technically Donny, but you're Donny. You guys fucked up trying to save some lost children. So that's technically a loose end. You don't know really what to go with that, but also in terms of a separate job that doesn't involve you all getting like knocked out instantly. There was a merchant. You heard this like recently that came off of one of the roads, like raving about being attacked, and he's currently in the baker's house, Linda. Just recuperating. So like that's.
You guys want to go? You want to check that out?
Sure.
Yeah, let's go.
Don't really have anything else to do.
Onward.
Yeah, really.
Alright.
What does a short rest mean?
It's like an hour rest. There are things you can do during short rest, but some people get things back at short rests.
It's usually just like pastime.
Some get spells and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And you can heal technically if you don't have any other healing.
Oh, I heal?
If you're hurt, yeah, you can.
Because I'm at 1.
Oh, well
remember?
then you spend hit dice, yes.
Spend hit dice.
So you're level 4, so you have up to 4. So hit dice are based off your health. So
Right.
whatever dice you roll to like gain your health every level, those are the size of your hit dice, and you have up to 4 stored, so you can roll up to 4 of those dice and regain that health during a short rest. But you do one at a time. So, like, in case you go over, you know?
Yeah.
So you've just been wandering around, like, kind of lightheaded this entire time, just fucked up, you know? So you're out of hit dice. That last one doesn't count, but congratulations. You gain 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 health, and you get back half your level every time you long rest. So tomorrow morning you'll have 2.
Okay.
Alright.
Key.
Yep. So there's a plane just going to find this,
Why is this thing rolling me so many goddamn ones?
You're just eating, I don't know, you're just bad.
That doesn't make any fucking sense.
So I guess Jay/Donny, you're just leading the way now, saying like, all right, we'll go to.
I guess so. Yeah. Where'd you say he was? The baker's house?
Last you heard, she was like towards the northeast edge of town, and
Wait, I just like disconnected from what's it called from the past 5 seconds. Like you asked Jay, and then I heard nothing, and then you guys tuned in all robot-y.
Oh well, you know, not much has been said, but basically like
was just me
northeast
getting
edge
out.
of town, and like you were told that you could basically like smell her from like before you'll see her house because she's a baker and like she always has something going.
Okay.
All right.
Yep. So who's
Cool.
leading the way? Who's leading the search?
So everyone's good. We're all ready to head out.
Galen leads the
Yeah,
way.
let's go.
All right.
Galen,
Yo,
you leading the way?
I'm leading the way. What?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, you don't like you can't even tell him to lead the way, Paul. So I don't know why you're trying to fucking start shit.
You can grab him and shove him to the front and then point.
Well, I think at this
go.
point, I think Donnie's just leading the way anyway. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jay, if you want to roll a perception check, and if you fuck this up, you just wander around for the next like 4 hours and then nothing happens.
What do I roll for perception?
D20 plus wisdom.
Fucking shit! I did. All right, hold on.
While you do that, I gotta take a poop break, so just
I didn't
keep
put my
going.
Modifier in it. It's +8. +4 to that.
So 12. It does take you a bit, but eventually, yeah, you do kind of find the place, and you know, the wind wasn't in your favor. Just sort of see like, oh hey, you know, I smell that. It smells like like a nice like fresh pie.
Wait, so we found the place, right?
Yeah, you find the place you believe would be hers,
Oh.
but you didn't actually do anything yet because this is the part where I just sort of let you guys do whatever you know.
All right. You guys ready to head in?
Yeah, let's go.
All right.
Does she have a bell on her door?
No, this is just her home. It's not a place of
All right. Well,
shop.
while
This is-
while JP's in the bathroom, I'm gonna take his bell and ring it as we walk in.
All right. And just sort of hear like, oh, slightly confused, like, oh, 1 second from the back.
Linda.
I'm coming, and you just hear like down the stairs, like, oh, hello. I was asking about you recently at did Doc send you?
No.
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 Nah.
We're just 6 strange people staring. Just
No, I'm just standing there.
No, we're just bored as fuck.
No.
We heard
Oh, I
a
don't know about
traveler got attacked and they're staying here.
Yeah, yes. He's a bit still off, I suppose. So maybe only one of you come up and talk to him.
I vote
Preferably
Crabman.
not.
I vote Crabman.
Probably not that one.
Let's not.
And
send
you,
man.
Paul, you should have noticed she's still kind of giving you like a sideways glance, but like not as off as you would expect. But you assume maybe she just like met you before, like you know that you don't remember or something along those lines.
okay.
But she knew of you anyway, talking to Doc, so probably has sort of seen you at least once before. So it's just you know, just her life now, finding merchants on the side of the road, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, who's going up to?
I'll go up.
All right.
Alright.
So then, yeah, Ben, he's just like, all right, just, you know.
Wait, is Donnie gonna come with me?
Yeah, is 2 people too much or?
Just, you know, don't ask him too many questions at once, I suppose.
All right.
Okay. Come on, Donnie.
All right.
His name's like Carteri or some, I don't know, some half elven. I don't know how to. Just
Carter. Okay.
Brings you upstairs, just slow steps, and she's she's a homely woman, like a housewife, no husband to be seen apparently.
Hot.
I mean,
Young. Beautiful.
not young.
Yeah.
Are how thick are you into? Because we're talking like
like a split stick.
extra
like
thick.
like a nice dense pancake batter thick. Like,
Okay. I'll just continue upstairs.
she's got like like a flour covered apron, just standard, cut and paste, cookie cutter. We'll say, baker.
Like Mr. Krabs' mom.
Yeah, kind of, but like not a crib.
Yeah.
and that like the baker modifier to it. And there you go.
Right.
All right.
Anyway.
Like combine Mr. Krabs' mom with SpongeBob's grandmother, and then boom.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then also take away the fishiness, and then there you go. So yeah, so she brings you upstairs to like the room that would be like above, where you guys are just sort of standing in the beginning, and everyone else is just sort of just standing like in her like foyer kind of thing. She's got like a decent sized house considering too. That you notice, the rest of you at least, the other two going up pretty, and Crabman, you're still like your eye stalks are just kind of like every so often you just sort of like glance, not like graze like a beam, like it's just that high, like just out of convenience. Yeah, so she brings the two of you up and just like, two knuckle knock on the door, like just slowly creaks it open, and you see like a single bed, and brings you to like hello, Carter. These lovely gentlemen are here to help to figure out what happened to you. And he looks over and just blinks, his eyes open, and you see he just like got like a bandage like on his head, like a rough, like patchy cloth of just like sparse like red spots, and just bundled up in like a blanket with just like a steaming like cup of tea to his bedside table. And you just hello?
What up, bitch?
Donnie might not say that, just for the record. I don't think it's in his clerical character.
All right, fine.
What's your name again? Carter?
Carteri.
Carteri, right. I'm Fuckhead.
He, just goes like to shake your hand, slowly, kind of.
Yeah.
He's been like sort of what do you call it? Like just squinting, kind of just like maybe out of pain, but just also just like somewhat confused the entire time you've been here. Granted, it's only been a couple of like seconds, but so yeah. I'm sorry. What do you?
Could you tell us what happened to you? Do you remember anything?
Yes, I was just traveling as I do. With my horse and all that, just moving from one place to the next, and I was attacked just out of nowhere almost. I didn't see what it was. Couldn't have been that large. I didn't hear it coming. I mean, the woods are always making noise, right? So just crunching of leaves, and all of a sudden, just my head just killing me, and fell off my horse. Just.
Do you know if what attacked you was human or not?
I couldn't tell you. Just off the southern road.
You didn't see anything.
Not really, no.
It's not very helpful.
Mm-mm.
Did they steal anything from you?
No, not even. I was just minding my own business, just wandering through. I'm a cobbler by trade, so I don't know. I don't know what kind of money they think is made in shoes.
I could probably use some shoes.
I'm a bit out of my means at the moment, but just looking to maybe set up like a shop somewhere. But I think I might keep going on my way at this rate.
Wait, what were you doing out?
I was traveling
Just
from the north,
Traveling.
where were you going to?
For shits and giggles, or?
moving through. I was coming from the city and moving along my way.
What were you doing in the city?
Is it nice there?
worked in the city. I lived in the city. I was born there.
Tattoo cough.
You're not there.
Shh, you
And
can't
they-
ask too
they
many
don't-
questions.
Where am I?
You're downstairs.
In the foyer.
Because he's, you know,
I was pooping.
Linda didn't want to disturb him with too many people, too many questions. So.
Honestly, I didn't even know where we are. So.
Oh, yeah, it's just me and Fuckhead.
You see a lot of people in the city, in your shop, stuff?
Not in my shop, no, but in the city, yes.
Like, do you get to know any people, a lot of people, or?
Whoever needs shoes, I suppose.
Okay.
I mean, I wasn't making all that much money if I was willing to pick up my life and leave, I suppose. But
Do I have a picture of the tattoo
no,
on me?
no,
I know what it looks
we know what
like,
it
though,
looks
right?
like,
That
right?
I could describe it to him.
yeah.
All right. Have you ever seen a man come in to your shop with a tattoo such as this? I don't remember what it looks like, so I'm just gonna pretend like I know.
It's the hands.
Literally,
Oh,
I'm
right.
looking at it on my second
In
monitor
this
as you said that.
Yeah.
I can't say I have. How is it? Do you think this man attacked me? Is like what's?
It's a possibility.
Yeah. We've heard a lot of bad shit about this guy.
I'm sorry, I can't be any further help. I'm just, to be honest, I'm just trying to be on my way. But
Was there anything left behind from when he attacked you?
I don't know. I wasn't really all there, if I'm being honest.
Do you remember where, could you, could we go back to the spot where you were attacked?
I was at a crossroads of sorts, I suppose. Like 3 diverging paths. Couldn't have been too far off the northern road if I made my way back the way I did.
You think you could, draw us a little map?
Jesus Christ.
I
I don't mean to be too much trouble, but...
I don't think I could manage that much. I'm sorry.
So we're just
Alright.
heading north out of the place to come to a crossroads?
Well, he was coming from the city, so as long as we start heading towards the city, I'm sure we'll come across where he was.
Maybe 20 minutes. That's all I've
You-
got.
Do you remember any
20 minutes out? Okay.
anything that stood out from the area, like a specific kind of rock or tree or something?
Landmarks.
I mean,
Yeah, that's what I was looking for.
from what I could remember, it was the last intersection before the town, but. And he just sort of
Alright.
stares at you, just open mouth, just kind of thinking, still in that half squint, and he reaches over for his tea and just takes a kind of half shaky sip. Puts it back down.
Well, Carteret, you haven't been much help, but you may have been a lot of help. We'll see you later.
What kind of tea are you drinking?
Whatever Linda gave me, I don't know.
Can I have some?
While this is going on, I
If
realize
you-
I have the drawing of the hand.
If you don't mind, I'm just gonna. I think I need some sleep.
Can I slide a hand the tea?
No, it's past this. You literally have to reach over him.
The cleric.
It's on the far side table. Just fucking leave, Jay. You're playing a very different character than you think you are.
Alright, fine.
Donnie's more of a no-nonsense cleric.
Fuck you, Don.
Save it for your
Can I-
playthrough.
Can I come into his room from downstairs with my drawing?
Yeah, this absolute unit of a crab.
Just squeeze through the doorway.
Well, okay. Well, different things going. So while they're up there, Linda's just sort of moving around. And you hear her moving around upstairs. She comes back down. She's like, "Do you want some tea? A lot of you. How is everybody doing? You hungry? What's?"
I would like some tea.
You're not here, Jay. Shut up. You and Ben, shut up.
I thought we came out already.
No, I said
Hey,
while you're upstairs. This is going on downstairs.
Carteret,
Kevin's fucking hungry.
She's like, no.
I bow.
She again
Carteret.
slaps her
I
hand.
ring my dinner bell.
She goes inside. Oh yeah, when you walked in, Donny reached into your bag and rang the bell to get her attention. I think, or
I
was it
like
Ben?
it.
One of the two.
Oh yeah,
It was done.
no.
Okay.
You weren't here, so I stole your bell and rang it as we walked through the door.
You
'cause she
stole
didn't
it?
have one.
Nah, he just picked it and put it back.
Say we're about to side quest this motherfucker.
So she leaves for a little bit, comes back with like a plate of cookies, and like just like I'll be back with the tea shortly, and she
Are these like acorn cookies?
they're they're right. Yeah,
Alright,
they
I
look
eat 6 of them. Don't care.
they're pretty good, yeah.
Check on the cookies. What kind of cookies are they? Tell
Do
me exactly.
An
and all of their
investigation check.
names. Damn it.
-10.
There we go.
18. I mean, you're not familiar with them, being from under the sea, down where it's wetter, all the like. They're not fishy by any means. That's that's something. They're a bit not your taste, a little sweet, I suppose, for you, but they're food, and you finished the one you were eating at least.
Sustenance.
Can I also?
But
try
Jumbo,
the
you
plate
definitely enjoy
that
them.
they're on?
The place?
I didn't hear what you said.
Yeah.
Alright, any reason.
What we like? You enjoy them? They're pretty good.
Do I know can I know where they are?
Yeah, make
What the fuck? They're in my mouth.
Nah, yeah, some sort of berry, definitely honey.
Like a little.
A good amount of honey, especially from where you are. Honey Falls makes sense.
Like a Lindsay thought.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, going.
I totally know what this.
Those are those raspberry cookies me and Mom make.
Yeah, but not as like ornate.
But not as refined.
Yeah.
I get it.
Not like
yeah,
like more like actual.
I enjoyed them.
Like pockets of some sort of. Yeah. Are you actually like eating the plate,
How many are there?
Paul?
Oh.
Yeah, I want to try start showing on the plate.
Okay. It's like like a ceramic dish, nothing fancy, but.
I put it down with a stain.
Just a large bite. And by the time she comes back in with tea, the other two are just coming downstairs.
Okay.
Whatever cookies are left, I throw on the floor.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Just so they can't have any.
And then Lynn just comes and is like, "Oh, what happened?" She looks at
I'm so sorry. I'm so clumsy.
the broken the plate with a huge chunk missing, and then the cookies on the floor. Like, I'll clean that up. Don't worry. And she leaves the tray of a bunch of teacups and the kettle. And runs back inside with the broken plate and just.
Is there an
So
extra
there's no
cup?
tea in the cups yet.
Nah, she didn't pour it. She just
Uh,
getting distracted. What are you guys doing? You just waiting for her to come back?
I want some tea.
Yeah.
Soft- yeah, I
Is
want
there
some
enough
as
tea
well.
for me and
There's no
Okay.
teacups. Yeah, she accounted for that.
I spit in one of the teacups. That's not mine. That's hopefully Donnie's / Jay.
As someone who lives under the sea, I'm fascinated by this.
Can I do a perception check
No, you just watch him do it. He doesn't hide it at all.
to make sure I don't get that cup?
You can make sure without rolling, just 100% that you don't.
Okay.
Because he picks it up to he takes one, he picks another one, spits, and you just grab a different cup while he picks the other one up.
I sip at the spittle.
Wait, JP, what are you?
I take a
I'm a-
free
I'm a
cup while I have.
Human
spit.
warlock.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just your average guy that wants to look like Merlin from Shrek 3.
All right, yeah. So she comes back in, pours the tea for the rest of you that haven't already.
Is it hot?
Yeah, but she
I down all of the tea immediately.
From that pot.
Does the heat offend me?
go ahead and roll a Constitution check.
Okay.
Straight Constitution.
Okay, straight con. All right. Yeah.
You sort of get that slight moment of remnant of being in the fire plane of whatever but it's just that's just just the memory of hot, but you're just it's not bad, the first immediate the shock of it being hot, and then just whatever.
I go. Ugh. I put it down.
After having drank all of your cup, just
Yeah.
crackling. And she goes, she comes by with dustpan, sweeps up the cookies. She stops for a second, side glance, Paul, you kind of see her look at you, then she just shakes her head, walks back in the kitchen, just like maybe he might eat the Alright, you guys just
Alright, cool.
Is everybody together right now?
yeah. Then she comes back in and just sort of
I mean, Galen's probably sleeping wherever he is.
I'm awake.
just standing there.
So we're all back together now, right?
Yeah, then Linda's just sort of sitting there. Just,
All
so,
right,
was there any help? And she looks at the two of you, Ben and or Fuckhead and Donny.
A little bit, yeah.
Somewhat.
We got a lead.
Yeah.
He wasn't telling me all that much, to be honest.
I'm gonna explain everything, pretty much everything he told us to the rest of the group.
Yeah.
And she's saying, it just like gives a whistle, like, yeah, that sounds about right. This is what he told me.
Yeah, we're just gonna go check that out.
Sure, you can handle whatever he's dealing with, or whatever. I don't know.
There's more of us.
All right, well.
Wait,
You guys are cool with that? Go check out where he got attacked.
Oh yeah, sure.
Alright.
One claw up.
All right. So you leaving?
No, because we need our shit from here.
From
How
where?
long is it gonna take to get there?
20 minutes, from what he said. If he is
Ah.
accurately telling you time.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
I
no,
guess so. Yeah.
It's not that far.
Yeah. Okay. Because I gotta pick up my quiver in a couple days.
Oh, we can come back for it.
All right.
Yeah, you're not going
let's go.
halfway to the city. It's not.
No.
Yeah. Let's go now.
As far as you're aware, it's like just past the waterfall. Basically, is what the idea. You're getting like 5-10 minutes past.
We were just out there. Oh my god.
All right, yeah. So, do you guys see? Hold on. This.
I see black.
Yeah.
I see black.
Good.
I'm blind.
So, you guys walking for? Who's leading the way? What are you guys doing? How are you walking?
We're just
I want
We're
to be
walking
fourth from the front. in
at a
single
fairly
file
quick
line.
pace,
I guess
either
me
in
and
the front or behind the leader.
You leading the way?
Ben's leading.
Uh,
That's what it sounds
Donny
like.
/ Jay, you leading the way? You said.
Oh yeah, or Ben. Either whoever was in the
yeah,
room gets the lead.
me or Ben leading the way.
All
I
right.
roll.
I roll for lead.
Fuck.
Nice, good job.
What are we rolling?
Roll.
No,
I know
doesn't matter.
Ben's trying to high roll for
Let's go.
leading the group.
Jesus Christ.
Alright.
Oh, you want to lead?
Yeah, you can
Alright.
lead. I'm
Then I'm
not fighting
behind
you on
him.
it.
Unit.
I'm behind him then.
All right. Well, hold on. Let me just.
Better yet,
So you guys
I'll walk by
can
his
control
side.
where you guys.
I'll walk by his side.
Yeah, see your little group. If you like zoom out, and move around, like you see.
Yeah, I just adjusted my screen.
Okay.
I can't control my guy.
That's me.
Make sure you got your
You just moved here.
selector.
Oh, it's lagging there. Right, hold on.
You put yourself
Hey,
right
okay.
on top of it.
No, stop going on my square.
All right.
Oh, yeah, I got it. It was just a little laggy.
So, you guys are walking, and you get to. Oh, it's. I'm doing the wrong one. Hold on. I'm trying to.
Perception.
Perception.
Are we all rolling perception?
Look at all these great rolls I'm getting. What if we have combat? I'm gonna roll terribly.
Yeah, that's how it works, Paul.
Yeah. So you see, this intersection. You see, stuff around, sort of in a bunch. There's quite a few hills around you. Give or take. You do sort of feel as though you moved again, like past the waterfall. Not too far, but still, came out. And there's just, the tree coverage. It's not actually as autumn as it looks with this mat. It's more, green.
Wait, do you-
trees.
Just a quick roll 20 question.
Yeah.
Do you choose how do you choose what gets revealed? Do you have it like blocked off yourself, or do you like delete the black?
Mine's gray, like I could see underneath.
Well, like how do you what do you just like erase what so we could see?
Yeah, literally, like it's just like a big a layer of black, and then I can like clean it off in little bits and pieces.
Yeah, he can make it transparent so you can see what he's erasing.
Oh shit, we're moving. Boop boop boop.
Okay.
Who's our leader? Paul?
Isn't this a spot?
Presumably, yes. This does sort of fit that intersection description.
I'm gonna look for any dropped items.
Okay. Perception.
Perception. +1 roll. Fuck.
Nice.
You find some leaves.
Your eyes fall out.
Find some leaves.
Can I do a perception check, or
Yeah.
let me actually put my modifier in?
17.
Ooh.
Why did that only you have the actual die rolling?
Wait,
I-
probably
I-
set it to 3D die.
Yeah, my settings.
Ah.
I don't see it.
I see.
I don't see it either.
Well, I think mine turned on too.
Oh.
But, like, it doesn't show everybody, only his. And now I can't move it. Oh, I click it. Okay. Yeah, so, what are you guys doing? You rolled a perception. What are you looking for,
yeah.
Jay?
Any signs from the attack? Anything left behind?
You see, like,
Mixed.
rough hoof prints, just sort of, not like a lot of them, but just sort of, like, more defined, just, like, stomping the ground harder.
Galen, footprints.
You do see a single, single
He was on horseback.
discarded shoe of relative
Pick up your
make.
shoe.
I have to go back and see if that guy was missing a shoe.
Doesn't
Can
look,
I
doesn't
attach
look,
the tattoo to my netting, please?
Jay, you done with the shoe?
What happened?
Do you let the crabman just take the shoe from your hands?
Do I have a choice?
I mean, you do. I mean, I don't think Donny would care that much, but
Okay, yeah, he can have the shoe.
so he just like takes, like, you pick it up like, oh, shoe, and then he picks it up, just immediately puts it on his net.
How do you do that little ping thing?
You hold down the click if you're just moving shit.
Ooh, look at that.
What are you guys
So
doing?
wait, what was there anything interesting on the shoe before he took it from me? Like anything?
I just
of note?
didn't look worn, from what you could tell. It looked like,
Alright.
you know, him being a cobbler, he probably made this shoe and he just dropped it.
Yeah, it was probably just transporting. Shit.
They can just work home with him.
Is that all I found? Nothing else?
Yeah, not really.
Hoof prints in a shoe?
I mean, you'd have to
No
do, like,
tattoo.
more of a actual, like, investigation or survival check.
What does that go off?
Survival?
Well, investigation. We'll go investigation.
What does investigation go off?
Intelligence.
I'm not doing that. I got -1.
Well, you're the one leading the way, so you could, you know.
Alright.
Do it anyway.
Hey, Galen, what's your intelligence?
Let me go check. I don't even think I have it.
12.
Yeah, you only see really, like, a spot where, like, there's rough, like, footprints, vaguely where you think he fell off the horse. Like you said, but you don't see a second set of footprints at all, in terms of a creature that came by.
That's better.
But he didn't make it seem like anything was flying, so it didn't seem like there was something, you know, like, he didn't get attacked by, like,
So
that
we
guy.
only see the hoof prints from his horse and his footprints only.
Like, rough spots where he, like, would have fallen off. But again,
Would've fallen,
it's
okay.
still, like, he had to, like, hit the ground hard for this to even be, like, relevant, because this is, like, a couple days later. And you're on a pretty, like, dry path, too.
How many sets of footprints or hoof prints?
1 horse worth.
1 horse.
Reception.
Yeah, by the sound of it, he was riding his horse. He wasn't, like, in a cart or a carriage or anything like that.
Yeah.
What are you looking for?
Then-
Any other animal tracks? Saying now, I don't know what these animals are because I am a based animal myself. I'm like,
10, Paul.
oh, okay.
Call him tent pole.
You just reach down, just, like, take a claw into the dirt, just rake it in, just... And just, like...
I turn around, I go, I don't know.
But a very confident, you don't know. Like, you're 100% certain that you have no fucking clue what's going on. Continue.
Is there high ground somewhere?
Yeah.
Can
The
I
map
get
is
lower?
somewhat accurate to the way it looks. There's, like,
So
the cliff up to the left, and there's, like, this
This
little...
is
This is tiny little hill, This would be the hardest way to get up to, but like you can go around to the left up here and come up on the hill overlooking. Or even just climb the hill behind you right here to this.
Is that tall?
It's taller than what you're standing on. But the
I wanna go to
the
the
left
tall
would be taller. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go up here then.
Oh. Which way is back to the town? This way?
You came in from the south.
I'll climb up.
North would be like going really north would be the city.
So city's north, town is south. Okay.
Yeah.
So he was coming this way.
Coming to
I
like
climbed.
straight down, yeah. What was that rolling?
I was climbing.
Oh, you're just climbing it? Okay.
Yeah, I didn't feel like walking all the way around.
Okay, so you
A
didn't
good
go on the
climb.
left. So yeah, this one actually was higher than the other one. But so yeah, so you're just sort of standing there, looking down.
I roll perception again.
I'm gonna go follow him.
Okay, this one's at disadvantage, Paul.
Oh.
Jay, you would have to roll to climb.
Yeah. Dexterity?
No.
No?
Athletics.
16 and. Oh.
Well, it's not a crit because you have
Yeah.
disadvantage, but yeah.
So I get a 19.
Perception. I'm still looking up something, so hold on, and then Jay, do your climb.
That's my climb.
You do it a lot slower, but because like if you're wearing your armor, you might not have gotten up here because you're so like not weighed down. You just like launch your mace up and just like climb up after.
Alright.
I want to climb too.
Fucking Christ!
I'm also
Crabman
gonna do.
carries up the side of the cliff, no problem.
I'm
Just
also
like
gonna-
sideways, like walk up the side. Yeah, you follow up behind him too.
That's
Feeling
for
left
perception.
All right, yeah, I'm still looking for this thing. I don't know why I can't.
Yeah,
oh, there
yeah,
we go.
good.
Because I'm looking at my actual book now. We're getting some variety.
Ooh.
All right. Okay. So what'd you guys roll? What are your perception rolls?
I got 19.
And I
You
got
got
17.
Okay. You see movement in what would be more like brushy area over like here. Like not in the tree, just sort of like in like the low grass. The low grass being like Pokemon tall grass kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
But more like underbrush, like bushes than actual grass. But that equivalent of space taken up for.
I make crab noises and I point in that direction.
And who rolled what for that?
I rolled 17 for perception.
And then I think you rolled higher, right, Paul?
No. Yeah, I rolled higher.
Yeah, you both see this though.
Okay.
Ben, you didn't even bother looking. You just kind of climbed up, so you like that you just following Crabman's point at this point.
Yeah.
And then you guys, what are you guys doing down here? The three of you. Or Jonathan just kind of waiting. But Jubble and Galen, what are you doing?
I'm just gonna go towards them, but like not climb. So where would I have to be?
Like
Oh,
you're
right here.
you're where you could see them is right where you're standing, but if you want to get closest to them, you would be like
How
in the
tall
blind
is
spot.
this rock?
To your left. Well, that rock is like max, like 5 feet is like here, and then 10 would be like up that from where you're standing currently.
No, I'm just gonna wait here, back up a little bit so I can see them a little
Yep.
better.
And you see Crabman just sort of point over your head.
Yeah, can
Behind,
we
like towards that puddle? The
Can
right
they-
puddle?
can they
towards,
hear us
like,
from here?
this- yeah,
I'm pointing
You're like-
in this direction.
max 30 feet up.
Oh, okay.
I'd say probably 25.
There's rustling over here.
You would have to say it.
Yeah, that's what I meant. The right puddle
We see some movement.
in that
this
bushy area.
Yeah.
I crouch, get sneaky.
You gonna roll a stealth check?
Yeah, stealth check time.
It's, you have to actually hide behind something, so maybe if you want to like put behind this rock,
1
maybe.
second. I don't remember what my stealth is. My dex, I mean.
It's dex.
0. It's 4.
But you have to actually hide behind something, Jubble. You can't just do it out in the open.
I'm gonna hide behind my cloak.
Okay, so roll with disadvantage on this one.
I'm gonna hide behind. No, I'm gonna hide behind this tiny rock.
Okay,
This one.
so roll.
Yeah, hold on. I have to close. Oh, I guess I'm on top of the rock.
You stand behind the rock. So the way I like to imagine myself, is
You're
kind
just
of
like crouched down trying to hide. What happened, Paul?
the way I like to imagine myself is like a wider version of the prawns from District 9. Did you guys see that?
I have not seen
Yeah.
District 9. It's on my list. But...
Pretty good.
Yeah.
He's pretty much. It looks like a skinny crab man. Like if Shrimp Man was a thing. That's
Alright.
what they called them, prawns.
So what do you guys do?
I'm waiting for the signal.
Galen, what are you doing?
Me?
Yeah.
I really don't know what's going on at the moment.
Classic Galen.
There's rustling over here in this general
Yeah,
area.
we saw movement.
I
in
call out to it.
What do you say?
The first thing that
What the
intrigued
fuck?
him is something in the wilderness.
Oi, what the
That's
fuck?
I say, wait, what the fuck?
More rustling, but no movement. Like no change of where it is.
Is the guy's name Russell? Is this a riddle?
No. That character was already used in a different
Show
session.
yourself, you fucking wanker.
Wait, because I'm looking at where Paul is pointing, do I too see the movement?
No, you just kind of know that he was pointing there, and you're looking toward. I mean, you can make a perception to like look better, but Galen, in the meantime, make an intimidation check.
There's my perception.
You're just taking his word for it. You can't really see anything from where you are.
Okay.
Your human eyes betraying you. Galen,
What would
throw in that.
intimidation be on me?
It's charisma.
Oh,
It's just a different use of charisma.
You're very charismatic. Shut up, idiot. I don't like that.
Galen,
What?
you roll
You roll.
intimidation yet, or?
What? Okay.
how many points do you have in charisma?
I think that might be his worst stat, if I remember correctly.
-1.
Nice.
He lives in the woods his whole life.
That's true.
The fact that he's even in this group of people is amazing. Yeah, so you yell that. Nothing happens.
I throw a rock at it.
Oh.
Can I
Alright.
throw a rock?
Yeah, roll an attack roll at disadvantage.
What am I rolling?
Just roll 2d20s.
Yeah.
And take the lower roll.
Okay, well, it's the 4. So you just, like, pick up a rock, like, and just launch it into the woods. Like, over here. And hits. Doesn't appear to hit anything, but just, like, leaves on the floor and grass,
Was there any movement when he threw the rock? Like, did he
Roll in the
startle
perception.
whatever was there?
Roll in the perception.
Who's rolling the perception?
Jay.
I am. Fuck.
Nice.
Can I
Someone
roll
else do it.
You see nothing.
Did I see him throw the rock?
Yeah, everybody sees that.
Can I?
And you hear him
ready
yell
my
to, like,
bow?
eat shit or whatever he said. Sure. What are you readying it for?
Trigger is something moving.
Moving?
Not like something that I can actually see.
I wave at Ben.
The usual. Unfriendly movement.
Okay. That
I
is
give
kind
Ben
of
the
vague,
finger.
but I will make sure that
I
we...
give Ben the finger.
Well, now you gotta shoot him, Ben.
Yeah, I guess so. Let me just roll to hit.
I'm at 1, Ben. Don't hit me.
Fuck.
Nah, I'm kidding. I'm
Yeah.
at usable health.
Galen, so, you roll perception, you said?
Or I'm rolling. Okay.
Alright.
Galen with the middle of the road rolls.
You don't see anything.
Who else is up here? Ben, roll.
18.
What am I rolling? Initiative?
Perception.
Perception. to see if anything reacted to the rock you threw.
Now you realize that like now that you finally think you see what you're looking at, you don't actually see any movement. You don't know if there was movement to begin with because you didn't see that earlier, so maybe nothing was moving at all. But you do hear rustling now behind you.
Behind me.
Like vaguely, but behind you.
Okay, I'm gonna turn around.
Like behind us on the cliff, or like down at the bottom?
On the cliff.
On the cliff.
Shit. This is a bad spot to be if something's coming at us from over there, guys.
Ben, is that you
I'm
rolling
checking.
perception as well?
That was. I don't know why I didn't put the modifier
I'm going
on.
to
Plus
ready
4.
my
Okay.
poleaxe.
Ben,
something.
you see the movement. You turning around, you see what you were looking for, or what you heard.
That rolls are 16 for me. I don't know why the thing didn't
Okay.
go on it.
I forget what I rolled, but we're just gonna go off of Ben anyway, so that's fine.
All right.
I think you do see this as well. No, everyone else is gonna hear it anyway, so at least that you don't. But
still
Ben, you
ready my
see sort of low down to the ground, sort of hidden it behind like a tree, sort of within a little bit of bush cover. You know, you see two tiny little beady yellow eyes. Not blinking, not like staring intently, not burning yellow, just watching.
Just, anyway.
And it watched for a little bit until it sort of realizes that you saw it and just ducks behind the tree.
Golem?
It's low to the ground?
Not like too low, but like smaller than you, probably.
Like, okay, alright.
But still maybe taller than your dwarf.
Okay. I'm going to put my bow away.
Okay, so arrow away. And you just sort of like over your shoulder, like, you know.
And I want to approach it with my daggers.
For a second, I thought you'd
won't
actually be
regret
like, yeah, I want to. Alright,
I
both
like
daggers.
like a dagger at the ready, not to attack, but just in case.
It's
Okay,
like you have it on.
like
on,
at your side. Okay.
like
Yeah.
you have your hand on it.
How are you? Are you
Right,
just like
yeah.
walking towards it? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I just want to approach it, see if I
Alright.
can.
Well,
catch
it
it.
was, you know, like hiding
Okay.
behind the tree, like roughly over here.
Okay, here I go.
So.
Goodbye, Ben.
I don't have control over me. Put me there.
God damn it.
Can I?
It says you
can I
do,
follow
asshole.
behind him, or
Are you on
Okay.
like the ruler or some shit and not actually clicking your character?
Oh yeah.
Trouble, go away. What are you doing?
I was being Ben.
It was me the entire time.
Like here?
Played yourself.
It would be right there.
Rob?
Yeah,
Can
okay.
I follow him, or did I not notice?
You noticed. Paul did not.
All right, I'm gonna follow him.
I'm
Okay.
like, where you guys going?
And you just sort of both meet like behind the tree, and there's nothing here.
There's nothing there.
Yeah.
Can I roll perception?
Sure.
Wait, but he saw the eyes.
I want to look for it. Hey.
Ooh. Look at you, Ranger.
All right. You see sort of where like it would have been standing. You don't see footprints, but you do see sort of like kind of like the grass still like coming back up. You know, like breathing again after something was
Yeah.
sort of stepping on like the trees, whatever, all that. Galen, you were just sort of standing here, just sort of like vaguely like watching, just staring out into the woods or whatever, and you hear movement behind you.
Behind me.
Yeah.
We're getting flanked.
Can I throw a rock at it?
Well, you just turn around and sort
I
of
turn.
you see that you're just sort of staring at something, just sort of standing on the road in front of you. And it's this tiny little thing, not tiny, but sort of like, you know, like again, dwarf size, give or take. You can't really tell who's taller or what's taller because this isn't really a person. It's this little thing, sort of made of bark, wood, moss, humanoid, hands and feet. And like, well, feet being legs, just sort of rough, almost like stumps. Like
Like the trolls from Frozen.
no, we're talking more like what? Not teenage Groot, but like right before that. in the way of like
He's a tween.
this tiny little guy.
Hey, what the fuck? Kick it, kick it, kick it, kick it.
And he just walks up to you, and he looks up. The eyes just sort of stare up, and you see he's just holding wooden club in one hand, and his other hand is just a shield. It's not holding a shield; it just is a shield, made of wood, sort of gnarled, like
Those
roots
things are
almost.
cool.
Yeah, don't kick it.
I'm gonna make it bigger so you guys can see what I'm looking at.
Oh, that's what I thought it looked like. I had no. I thought he had like a fan in his hand.
Nah, it just looks like he's almost like made out of wood, and like trees and moss.
Yeah, he looks pretty
And he looks
sick.
at you, and Galen, what languages do you speak?
Can we keep him?
What can I
Oh,
speak?
I want more
Yeah,
than one.
or do you
Oh,
understand?
We need to
I
have
can
them like
speak,
Voltron.
Sylvan and Elvish.
Sylvan and Elvish. You actually understand it when it speaks. You hear in Sylvan, "What are you doing here?"
I couldn't understand that.
Yeah, that's why I said it in English.
Okay.
Do you threaten my woods?
No. We're just passing through.
Galen is the worst person. to see.
I fucking hate him.
I
Nope.
respect
Yeah.
the woods just as much as you do. I'm a creature of the forest
You can
myself.
tell his charisma is -1.
The shit by 80 of these little water.
Then why are you throwing stones?
Uh,
And you're just like you're holding a rock too, like it.
it's not like
Something I like to do.
those in my homeland.
Wait, what happened? I couldn't hear that. You're a little quiet. You're a little quiet. It's like as you're talking, you're getting further away, kind of.
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
Hey, there's
How
Galen.
I
How are you?
communicate with things in my homeland.
Oh, rocks.
Rocks, yeah.
Your homeland is strange.
Do we notice this thing talking
Yeah.
to him from?
You two definitely don't. Paul,
Alright.
you're still just looking at them, but these two down here maybe do.
I start to notice that he's talking to a tree.
Yeah, you just turn around like that.
Can I do this? Wow. Whoops.
Well, they're not talking loud either. They're just, so like
Okay.
you're
Alright,
still,
then
you
I'll
guys
be
are still
over
distracted
here.
by this. Not
I'll just
jumping,
be like, looking at him.
and you hear him sort of jumble, speaking in a language you don't understand, and you haven't heard
Yeah.
before. I protect these trees. This wood is mine.
It's
My
the
home.
Lorax.
Go and show him your wood, and then go protect this.
Well,
What happened, Galen?
Huh?
You're getting quiet again.
Oh, we're just gonna skedaddle on out of here.
Oh, we're fucking not.
All right.
No, we're fucking not.
And it sort of like it doesn't nod, but like you kind of get a vague feeling that it acknowledges you, even though it doesn't blink or nod or sort of anything. It puts it like less. It lowers its like arms down, like the club hand and the shield.
I look at everybody else and I say, I got a bad feeling about this little guy. No, like I think we should skedaddle.
Stop rolling six.
So yeah, you turn around like, hey, yeah, I got a bad feeling, with it. And Jumbo, you still watching? What are you looking at, Galen? What are you doing?
Well, I don't know what Galen said, so I'm.
No, you said it in English.
I said,
common.
yeah, I said let's skedaddle. Yeah. Like,
Jumbo, roll a perception check.
Well, I want to know what he said, but okay. Wow. How's that tree? Yeah.
I'm not on the right page. So you sort of like stop paying attention for a second, and like when you realize you look back, the thing's gone.
Mm-hmm. Galen, what was that? What did that guy want?
Galen, if you're talking, we can't hear you. Galen.
what? Oh, was JP asking me? What
Yes.
Yeah.
The only one that understood and talked to the thing.
He didn't seem to like us being here. Our presence was disturbing him, and I think we should go because I think there might be more. Like,
Well, he might have known where Shoeman went.
Well, Shoeman's gone. He's
is it going there? So
You were just talking with them.
Robert, I throw a rock to try and get the tree thing's attention again.
Okay.
We gotta bring him back.
And you do. He shows up again.
I like it. Hold on. Yeah, in between.
It's like ringing a bell.
And Galen,
Yeah,
he just
alright, he's here. Does he understand if I hit him with the one moment, please?
he just sort of like, wait, like the one finger.
Yeah.
He like just like smacks, not like hitting you with the club, but he like smacks your hand aside.
And I do it again.
And, like he gets up like right up front and just like pokes you with the in the stomach with the club.
Was he trying to beef on me?
And then he says he says something to you that you don't understand, but Galen, you hear him, and he just like.
Galen, translate for me. What does this little bitch say?
he says, "Fuck off."
He didn't say anything because
Stop bullying me. What did he say?
and he just you should
Galen, I don't care what he said. Ask him about the shoe man.
We're looking for a man of the shoe. Have you seen him? Or any? Who the fuck's shoe man in our group?
The tailor. The tailor for shoes.
guy that
Forget the profession.
The guy that we went to go visit at the baker's house.
He's not gonna know what a shoe man is. What can I?
Oh, but the shoe man
No.
got clapped over
he
here.
will.
Ask him if
Galen, what you said, he responds to, and he says, "That man disrespected these woods."
he done
God.
fucked up. So what happened for his disrespect?
He set a fire, and it damaged some of the trees to the north of here.
Oh.
He was careless and disrespectful.
Fucker.
And
Has
these
he
woods.
become-
Well, if he burnt the tree, then we should go kill him.
No,
has he become one with the dirt?
Yeah?
My home is safer for having him not in it. My actions are my own. And Galen, unless you're translating this, my brother doesn't understand any of it.
I'm about to fucking fling a boulder.
And Double, you're just like standing there, like, "Oh, hey, Galen, translate for me." And he just sitting there like,
Babbling.
says
okay?
nothing. Yeah,
Yeah,
Galen.
I'm having trouble hearing you guys. My headphones aren't entirely.
Well, he
right.
basically says like the guy like set a fire and was careless and hurt the wood, so he like taught him a lesson, sent him on his way. It's
So,
basic gist.
Is he rest in peace?
No, he was alive. You talked to the guy.
Oh my.
We spoke to.
fucking
It's the
God.
guy we spoke to at the baker's house.
Galen's like Baker's house.
Robert, can I signal the other two guys at the top of the hill?
They're pretty far off, but you can like try to get Crabman's attention at least. And how
Can
do you
I,
signal him?
How far is he?
I don't know. How far is he? Well, it's 25 plus. It's like 35 feet.
Can I mage hand tap him on the shoulder?
Yeah. You have mage hand?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you can.
All right. I tap him on the shoulder. And I'm waving at the same time. But
Oh,
with my real hand.
You feel a ghostly hand just tap you on the shoulder.
And then I wave with my real hand. And then I point. I point to the bush, the guy that's talking to Galen.
Alright, I turn around and I go, crackle, crackle, and then I jump down.
Does he also
Make an athletics check, Paul.
Yeah.
Great plus
Oh,
that.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Rolled another fucking 6.
I've rolled like 10 sixes so far.
You sort of hop down. You do like a rough slide down the hill. It's not elegant or it's not great, but you don't get hurt by it. You just like scrape half the hill on the way down, and the thing turns around and looks at you the second that you show up.
If I was underwater, that would have been graceful.
Sad.
And it turns and looks at you,
Yeah, you talk.
I
to
crickle
and it looks up at you. You're like at least double its height.
Absolute unit.
And Galen, he just sort of like talks over his shoulder, like, "What is this thing?"
Does Paul know? Does Paul know Sylvan?
No.
No, I don't.
Fuck, I thought you did. Go back.
Nah.
to the top of the
I'm
hill.
the only one.
No, I understand it too.
Galen,
but
he- it's-
nobody's
it's-
coming
it's-
to get
it's an-
me.
I crickle crackled at you guys. You did not
Oh.
follow me?
That was at us.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said he turns around and crickles.
Like you hear him crickle crackle as you're like surging through the bushes for this thing, and he just hops down off the hill.
Well, I'm gonna move back to where Paul once was.
Okay.
Wait, Rob.
Yeah.
What languages does Donny know?
Not Sylvan.
Okay.
It's like at most like celestial probably or something like that.
What the hell's going on down there?
And then Jonathan, like being the closest, just sort of shouts up, "Hold on." He doesn't sneeze, and he's like,
Bless you.
"I think we're talking to a tree."
What language does it speak?
Treeman speaking to it.
Treeman. It's probably
Yo.
Sylvan. I'll come down.
All right. Your choice: athletics, acrobatics.
Acrobatics?
Okay.
Acrobatics.
That's all dexterity, so that's the one you want to do.
Boom.
22. All right. And then Jay doing the same thing, hopping down.
Yeah.
But your choice. All right, so you both make it down. Jay, you almost like go making sure you don't land on Jonathan. All right, yeah. So you hop over, and then Ben, you're just sort of here now. But yeah, Galen,
so
he
this
asked you
is
the
this
most
big
recent
guy.
thing before they came down. Galen, he asked you over his shoulder, like, "What is this thing?" Referring to Crabman.
A friend of the woods.
I've not seen anything like him in these woods before.
He comes from where the water and the woods meet.
That is beyond
He's
my
a
reach.
fucking sea creature.
And then at this point, you stroll up, Ben.
Yeah, fucking asshole.
Not-
He's a
not hearing
goddamn
that.
crab.
Not hearing that,
Oh, okay. No, at this point.
but he looks to you and the rest of you.
What's up, dude?
Do you say that in Sylvan?
Yeah.
He just continues looking at you.
You know anything about a cobbler?
The words don't quite translate, but you get general like shoe man maker or something along those
Shoe
lines,
man.
and yeah.
Right.
It's like that man harmed these woods. I sent him on his way.
So you're the guy who knocked him off his horse?
I was protecting these woods.
Is that what you do?
That is my purpose. Yes.
So then you must know about the evil magic guy who's abducting children.
I have heard the songs, but the children are not part of these woods. They are not my domain.
And whose domain are they?
The world of man.
So do you know about this evil guy or no? Like, can you tell us about him?
It is a being of great evil, beyond my means.
Yeah, we know that. We experienced that firsthand.
I have not heard his songs this side of the river in a day or so.
So you're the only guy protecting the here.
I'm the only one.
So I guess you wouldn't really fancy joining us, coming along with us, huh? Leaving.
Make a persuasion check.
That's charisma, right?
Yes.
Fuck.
I don't think anyone in our party has good
Fuck.
charisma, except for maybe.
He at this point he lowers his club and shield again and just stares at you.
Okay. Yeah, we mean you no harm, little buddy. We don't want to hurt the woods or anything. We're
He
just.
screams,
Like-
"Fuck!"
Yeah.
Okay.
We're trying to find out what's going on with this evil magic guy, and have you ever seen this tattoo that kind of looks like I speak to Crabman, show him in English, show him the drawing thing, and I motion.
I
like a
excitedly
drawing.
pull out the scroll that I have.
I show
open it
him.
up.
Have you seen a symbol like this anywhere? Tree guy.
What?
Not
Wrong
you.
tree guy.
Not you.
A man bearing that symbol passed through here not too long
Oh,
ago.
yeah? How
He
long
traveled from the north to the south, and then back again.
Back again. How long ago was that?
Not too long ago.
Not too long ago. Okay. So he went back north. Last you saw.
Yes.
What did he look like besides bearing that mark?
He was a man. He wore that mark. Dressed in dark fabrics. He rode a
Rings a
horse.
bell. He rode a horse.
He kept to himself. Did not harm my woods.
In English, I say to the group, are those horse tracks going north or south?
I'm gonna check that.
Survival.
Survival.
Wisdom. Which he would have.
That's
Oh, okay.
wrong mod. Mine would be a 17
Alright.
or 16.
Yeah, they're coming into town, so they're moving north to south.
Oh,
Okay.
so they're not his tracks.
I mean, that being said, Crickle Crackle isn't really telling you much.
Right,
But
yeah.
I assume Paul, you probably like draw a line like pointing to the north and then like
Yeah.
on the floor
Yeah.
to the south. So.
Also-
The guy begins to like walk away, the little guy.
In English, I say to my group, I think we should go to the city.
And disappears. Those of you that are like vaguely watching the guy, John Paul, you probably see this, that he just sort of like walks up to a tree.
Wait, hold on. My fucking my pop-up 3 circles are in the way. Yeah.
And sort of like disappears within it. Like you see a little like faint green like wild naturally glow, and then he just sort of like steps into the tree and disappears.
Okay.
Hmm. Can I go touch the tree?
Sure. It's not over there.
I thought you pinged over there. Who pinged it? Where did you ping?
I moved you to where it was. It's like over. They're not trees are not all indicated on the map, but it's like over.
Oh, I thought you pinged up here.
I did not. Yeah.
Alright, well, what do I
You
feel?
guys, are we go?
Investigation check.
Hey!
Normal tree.
Alright. Well,
All right.
Cool.
We should go to the city.
unless you want me to throw it on the rock.
No.
Start this whole deal all over again.
We should go to the city. He said the
I'm
bad
gonna
guy
go
went
back-
that way.
I'm gonna go back to town.
Crickle Crackle just starts stomping away.
Well, yeah, we should wait in the town until.
But yeah, we still have to wait for the stuff before we go to the city.
Yeah, we should wait.
Of a trip is the city. You're right. You're right. We'll go back.
You want your quiver?
Further, Ben, further than you think it is.
Yeah, it's gonna take.
Not
Okay.
that far, but further than you think it is.
Yeah, let's go back.
All right. Interesting little encounter. You do gain some experience from that, however. In the
Hoorah.
way of 300 each.
Just 300 plain?
Yeah.
4, 2, 2.
Solid 300. Like, I didn't even really change that. Just
I wasn't sure if your mic cut out again there or something.
nah, just straight 300. Yeah. Interesting little guy. Fun little character.
Yeah, I like him. I wanted him to join our party, but he's got to protect those woods.
I want one as a pet.
Yeah.
Oh, I want like 80 to make like Mega Treeman.
Yeah, like gremlins.
Yeah, they just like stack on top of each other and can
Yeah.
conquer the world.
Does anyone know Shado, Harvey Birdman, attorney at law?
No, we only watched the first episode together.
Oh, okay. Well, this is how I want to be able to have telekinesis, so I can talk to you guys. You can watch that later.
Yeah, I'm not gonna put that audio in the recording. All right. Well, you know, you return back to the town. What are you planning to do? Are you just done for the day?
What time of day is it?
It's getting kind of late now. There's been another hour. It's like 4 o'clock. Getting Sun
Like
City.
long rest time of day?
Close, but you'd probably just like dinner and then like whatever last thing you do for the day, and then like long rest probably.
Let's do.
All right. Well, then you guys gotta actually eat, like, you know, get food. And...
Can we eat at the tavern? They got food there?
That's where we live, right?
Yep.
Technically.
Technically. Because if
Eat with
you
stock.
if you plan on moving into the waterfall, you have to do that. So yeah.
Now we're probably just gonna end up being nomads again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not really
You
good.
said 300 experience, Robert?
Yes.
5422.
Oh, and stupid me erased all 4 numbers.
And into like 1,000.
What a
for-
fucking dumbass.
I didn't even have to erase anything. I could have just made the 1 to 4.
All right. So you guys just winding down for the day.
I think so.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, as the day comes to an end, you'll mark off, you know, like 2 silver apiece, or 2 silver, you know, for 6 people. We'll get you dinner and drinks and all that. Go to bed. Anyone want to do anything tonight?
Robert, I don't have silver. How
And then
much
downtime.
copper is that?
Like all your
It's
copper, I
crap.
think. Just the 20 copper you have.
Oh no, I had 21 because I found one.
So
somewhere.
one, yeah.
I am at 1.
You have 1 guy
I'm a broke bitch, but
Anyone
I'll
doing
have my
anything?
robe.
tonight.
Nope.
All right. Well,
So we're now at 2 long rests?
yeah.
Good.
Oh, yeah, we should be topped off, right?
I'm probably gonna Paul at some point, and this is gonna be probably not relevant, if at all, but some sort of stipulation for like exhaustion levels and your armor gain. But that's, you know,
Okay.
that, you know, unless you're planning on like hauling ass at some point, you're probably gonna be fine. So
Yeah,
everyone,
yeah.
you know, has a good night's sleep, except for you, Jubble. You,
Oh Jesus.
Kevin, you sort of get to sleep. You know, eyes go black. Nighty night time. Dressed, you know, down either naked or in your bloody robe, one of the two.
Yeah.
And you almost immediately, the second you get the chance, you just blink into a very vivid dream, and you know immediately that you're dreaming, and it's strange. You have that control over yourself, but you're not, you know, you're not flying around, you're not doing this, that, whatever. You're just yourself, dressed again in like your like farm wear, like back when you're on your farm, and oddly enough, you are on your farm. Looking around, you see yourself, but everything's just very dull, very bland. The sky is just overcast gray. There's no sun in the sky, but you just light, you know, just you can see, but it's just gray. Your house is just dark. Your nose, you don't really smell anything. The dirt beneath your feet is just dry and like cracked. And out in front of you, sort of out into your field of just nothing, you see a single figure standing there.
My scarecrow?
No.
I go over to him.
As you sort of approach, you see the head just, as it's leaning down, sort of stop, slowly facing you as you approach, and you see that in one hand it's holding a long shepherd's crook, just long, black, dark, sort of gnarled wood, curved at the end, you know, as it would. And the head
Yeah.
turns to you, and you see like
Yeah.
a blank face, just darkness. The entirety of its figure is just almost a black silhouette, and you see one bright violet eye blink to life in the center of its head,
Oh boy.
and you hear this voice almost in your head. We are not done. And that's where we're gonna end today's session.
This is too scary for me.
Real quick, can
Yes.
I get the helm from since Jonathan hasn't been here for.
I thought Donny had it, but same stipulation.
Yeah, since I haven't been here for like five years, can
Yes.
I like have the helm and just like figure out what it is?
Spend like before you go to sleep, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
You do that, you do not get any new information.
Okay.
As far either it's a
does have
regular helm, or you don't know what's going on. One of the two.
Okay.
But as far given that you
I'm
got
gonna-
it from some spooky boy in Deathland, it's probably special.
I'm gonna wear it next time.
Alright. It's kind of just like it doesn't fit well at all.
Yeah.
Like it's just like your eyes just like get like bent and like your stalks just poke out the front, kind of like all awkward.
Yeah. I hold it there with my eye stalks.
Yeah.
And maybe one of my spikies.
Yeah, like your spike just hit in the middle of it. Just...
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's that's today's session. Any questions besides my brother?
What is a
Alright, I'm
long
supposed to
rest?
ask a question.
It'll reset your health. You get half your hit dice back. Any spell slots you used. And that's it's basically just a full recharge and then half your hit dice, and that's about it.
So I should now have 2 total hit dice.
Yes, you should. Alrighty.